Welcome everyone to another session with us here on the Free Action channel. We're very excited to be continuing our Chronicles of Akromia campaign. Woo! Woo! Yeah! Very enthusiastic, thanks guys. We are picking up with a pretty interesting situation. Unfortunately, last week we lost one of our party members.
In the game.
What?
In the game.
In this game. Yes.
When you die in the game, you die in real life.
We take you out the back and we kill you however you died.
Oh boy. Oh gosh.
Whoa.
Clawed, apart, and then drowned? Yeah? Okay. Well, let's not do that.
That's
Anyway, in-game, unfortunately, one of our player characters left by way of death. So, we're down to a party of 5 for this week. I'll be working with Andrea to decide on additional characters in the coming weeks, but for now, being on kind of a secret mission in a very remote location that technically no one is supposed to know about, we decided that it probably wouldn't make sense for her to just sort of show up. So, we will be continuing with our 5 tonight, and we're going to pick up where we left off last week. Is there anyone who would like to give us a recap of everything we experienced last week?
I like to not think about what happened.
You like to not think about it, okay?
I'll go ahead. So we was on the boat, and some beautiful harpies came to serenade us with their songs. I ignored them because my virginity is protected by my faith in God, and they seduced everyone else except for me and Vazimir and they seduced Claudius.
No.
It was just me and Vazimir.
I was out.
And we killed all the harpies. Unfortunately, in the process, Sig was dragged beneath the water. We looked for her, but she was gone. After that, we went back to Fort McCastle, and we found a room to sleep in. That was it. That was all Louis remembers.
That's the important bit. That's all that Louis remembers. Perfect. Yeah. So you were continuing your journey up Vest Delanel towards Ostfundiel, the abandoned fortress, kind of an elven stronghold that was once used to oversee the kind of passageway between the Kingdom of Vedel and Lyn Terenil. Unfortunately, along that path, you were attacked by river trolls and harpies. Unfortunately, during the encounter, actually many of you were very threatened during that encounter. Gedrid, I know, spent a lot of time narrowly keeping himself alive. A few of you were dragged under the water by virtue of heavy armor or being charmed into it by the harpies.
I mean, I wasn't very stressed out. I woke up underwater and I was more confused than stressed.
That's good.
Yeah.
But that's what Bewitching Song does.
Yeah. So you didn't remember much of the really painful stuff, fortunately. But after Sig's apparent demise, or at least she hasn't been seen by anyone since, and attempts to locate her have failed, you decided that you needed to prioritize the completion of your current mission, and you would save some time after the mission in order to mourn for your friend who's been lost. So, under the direction of Gerwaith and his attendants, you found your way into kind of a secret entrance, which was one you once used to secret members of the royal families out of the castle if they needed to be taken away secretly. You made your way up that secret passageway to the royal chambers at the top of the, this would be the northeast tower, where you discovered that some of the automatons, which had been set in place to protect this place, were still active. Fortunately, Gerwaith was able to deactivate the one that was guarding the royal chambers, and you have since been able to arrange for your rest to be taken there. In roughly 10 hours, your meeting with the King of Vandal, King Lunex Sidon, and his attendants will take place here at Ostfundiel. So, a number of you have turned in for the evening. Claudius, you've set magical wards around the chambers in the form of the alarm spell. And Tobias, you've decided that you are going to venture out into Ostfundiel in the middle of the night. It's roughly 10 o'clock at night at this point.
Okay.
And you're going to see what you can find. So, I believe that's where we left off last week. Is there anything that anyone
That's
else
exactly what we
wanted
said.
mentioned? Okay. Any other questions that you have now?
Are we all gonna die?
We're all
TPK,
gonna die.
start over.
Eventually, yes.
Everyone dies.
Oh,
Chances are good.
perfect.
You have
Why I
a
like it.
ball back there?
No. I do have a new metal D20 though. Ooh. It's got a good heft to it.
They're nice.
Yeah.
I don't want to roll this because I feel like that would be cheating you out of its first rolls.
Oh,
Is this just iron?
I don't know. Came as part of a Kickstarter for Dwarven Forge.
Cool.
Yeah, I want it back. I'm gonna need to roll it soon.
Well, I was gonna let everyone else feel it, but nobody wanted to.
I've already felt it.
It doesn't really roll once it hits the ground.
just
It just
metal
Whatever
dice.
it lands on is what it lands
So I just got to make sure I shake it in my hand first.
You need
Oh, natural one
horizontal
also.
velocity.
No one dies.
Yeah.
That'll get it going.
Well, that would be everyone else.
Oh, okay.
I'm rolling for your luck.
Oh.
Okay. So,
She's studying.
Tobias,
That's me.
you are currently in the chambers, which are set in front of kind of the bedrooms of the royal area of the castle. The automaton, the metallic sentry, currently stands by the large double doors which let out into the rest of the castle. As it sees you approach, it doesn't make any move to stop you. It's been ordered or programmed by Garwaith to accept the five of you, accept your presence here in the castle.
Sweet. Okay. As I go through and try to go through the castle, I want to make sure if I see any automaton, I just avoid them.
Okay.
Go die.
Okay.
Because I'm pretty sure it's just this one that's programmed to accept that. That's the assumption I'm gonna make.
Okay, good. Okay, go ahead and make a stealth check for me.
Woo! Okay. Yeah. That's 20.
Awesome.
16 plus 4.
Perfect. Okay. Are you not proficient in stealth?
Nope.
Nice.
What?
That's awesome. Okay.
Not even proficient?
No.
Coolio.
Oh.
And he goes away sneaking.
Clatter, clatter, clatter. Okay, so you crack open the double door, and the hallway outside is lit only by moonlight coming through windows. Directly in front of you is a very long hallway. From what you can tell, and aided by the light of the moons coming through the windows, it's roughly 100 feet or so in that direction.
Okay.
To your right, at a 90-degree angle from that first hallway, is another hallway extending about 90 feet in that direction. And every 15 feet or so, a wide, there seems to be almost like a bay window set into the wall. And through those windows, there are roughly 3 or 4 of them along the length of that wall. A good bit of moonlight is pouring in, illuminating the other side of the hallway. Where across from those windows, on both sides, there are a number of doors set into that wall. You do notice that the walls there across from you seem to be sturdier. They're very thick, and they seem to kind of be the foundation blocks of the castle itself.
Okay. Sweet. I'm gonna go up to the first door and just open it and peek inside.
Okay, are you heading down the right or straight?
Straight.
Okay, so you head straight. You notice that there are a number of doors through that hallway to your right, but you'll come to those later. So, Let me get. What's that?
The trolls are coming. It's Sokka pounding on the window.
Oh, he went to that window back there. Anyway.
Is he
Okay.
outside?
Familiar
He's
with
in the
that noise.
bathroom.
Then he is pounding on the wall of the bathroom.
Okay. So, as you make your way to this first doorway, it is set about 5 feet into the wall. So there seems to be a little bit of an open space in the wall, and in the middle of that open space, there's a doorway. It seems to be very ornately carved. It is rounded at the top, and there actually seems to be stained glass encircling the doorway.
Ooh. Is this all the doorways or just this one?
Just this one.
Ooh, okay. Well, I pick this one first.
Okay. It is not locked. As you open it up, this seems to be, the room itself is lined on either wall with a number of different columns and almost plinths. Set atop, most of them are small statuettes or pieces of art. And in the center of the room are a row of, basically pews.
Okay. Got it. Do I recognize any of the art?
You do recognize the art. Oh, actually, there are a couple of pieces.
Oh, man.
One of the pieces of art on the left side is a depiction of. It seems to be kind of a typical abstract portrayal of the Elven pantheon.
Okay.
It is done in a very kind of romanticized way, to the point where all of the gods themselves are very vibrant. They have a lot of color about them, and they're definitely the forefront of that image. And go ahead and let's see, make it an investigation check for me.
Okay. That is a 31.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah. So you recognize this piece as a work of the late artist known as Teleanev.
Nice. I'm proficient. Yes.
The best rogue. He only steals art. Gentleman thief.
What was the name again?
Teleanev.
Teleanev.
Yep.
Sweet. Okay. I just want to kind of like spend a little bit of time in this room just kind of admiring the art and looking at all the things. But
Aw.
if there's not anything besides the art in here that I notice, then I'll move on to the next room.
No, you gather that this is most likely just a private temple, which was utilized by anyone staying on this floor of the castle.
Nice. Okay.
I have
Yeah.
a question. Did you already have that artist pre-planned
No.
for the name? Okay. just curious. I was like, wow.
I'm not gonna lie. No, I did not.
This painting is done by this artist. If they ever find it. Okay.
It's the art of improv. Cool. I do have it written down now, though, because it's going to come up again. So,
Sweet. Yeah. So after spending a little bit of time just kind of admiring the art and spending some me time in there, I'll go and
Nice.
continue on
Okay.
the rest of the.
you make your way back out into the hallway. You can turn left back towards
Continue down the
the
middle.
royal chambers, or
Oh.
to the right and continue down this long hallway.
I'll go right towards the long hallway.
Okay. As you exit the temple, the windows across from you kind of line the opposite wall. You make your way in that direction, and
I'm gonna make sure I close the door as I.
okay, you quietly close the door behind you. Making your way further down to the right, following the original direction, which is directly away from the doors to the royal chambers. One of the first things you notice is on the far end of the wall is a very sturdy-looking set of double doors. They are iron banded, and there seems to be a very long, a look of longevity about them. They're very, very sturdy. You come to the end of this wall without meeting any. Actually, no other doors, and it curves at a 90 degree to the right, and then directly before you is that sturdy set of double doors. You are able to see, because this opposite wall is also lined with windows, that a little bit ahead of you and to the right seems to be a stairwell. or the top of a stairwell leading down, and then further down are another set of plain wooden doors set into the middle of the chamber.
Got it. Okay, so I'll go to the big double doors.
Okay. Okay. You press against them, and they do appear to be locked.
Okay. Can you go to the other normal wooden doors?
Okay. Yeah. So bypassing the stairwell, you make your way further down. These are not locked, and it doesn't take much to discover that they're bedrooms.
Oh, okay.
They are very nice, and it appears that they were most likely intended for dignitaries.
Got it. So there's no one in here, no signs of...
No signs of life. In fact, the only lights that you've discovered so far have been back in the royal chambers.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, because I just want to make sure that there's no one here waiting to sabotage us. Or...
Okay, so we'll say that you can spend the next 20 minutes or so making your way around the rest of this floor, checking all the rooms.
Okay.
Nothing much is discovered. There is, however, there appears to be a barracks on this floor. At least this room is lined with a series of like 12 bunks and foot lockers at the end of each of them. You also find that there is one of the doors leads to a spiral staircase, which was most likely servant access. And then there is another set of double iron-bounded doors on the opposite corner from the first set that you found.
Got it. Those are locked too, I'm guessing.
Yeah, you are able to see, however, if you peer out one of the alcove windows, that those double doors most likely lead to a room, which then leads to an open walkway atop one of the walls, extending off of the castle proper and towards a tower.
Got it. Okay. Cool. After I do that, I guess I'll go down the stairs and check out the floor below.
Go and make us another stealth roll for me.
6.
Oof.
This is gonna be fun. Okay, so
I'm like, oh, there's nothing here. It'll be fine.
I just imagine you like making notes and then taking a step over the stairs and just somersaulting down.
Oh no.
Just ass over a cattle. Anyway, so you make your way to the stairwell and you start descending. Go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Ooh, those I'm good at.
I'm pretty sure you're proficient in those, right?
Yes.
Grab it, Scott.
Proficient was wrong.
Read it where it lands.
Is 13.
Okay. Making your way down, you get to the bottom of the stairwell, and on this floor, the columnar layout from the floor above seems to be replicated on this floor, though you see many more wooden doors set into the wall. Presumably the rooms are a lot smaller on this level. You begin kind of making your way towards them to check them, and you barely hear the thudding of what seems to be enormous boots.
Ooh.
Just before that sound comes around a nearby corner. What do you do?
I'm going to try to hide. If they come around the corner, I'll try to hide around another corner if possible. Basically,
Okay, so
get away from...
yeah, you're currently set. You came down the stairwell, and you're in the middle of the length of the building. You could go 50 feet to your left or 50 feet to your right, except the noise is coming from your right.
Okay, to the left then.
Okay. What's your movement speed?
30 feet. I can dash for 60.
You can. Okay. With your movement and bonus action, let's see if you manage to get around that corner quickly enough. Well, you already rolled your stealth, so...
You can use your action to dash again, make it 90 feet.
Okay. So, you make it around that corner, press your back against the wall there, and begin to listen. And sure enough, the footsteps begin to grow faster.
Oh no.
And they're now coming in your direction.
Do I recognize the footsteps as being of the automaton?
You recognize that they are extremely heavy footsteps, yes. What are you going to do? The hallway now to your right is about 90 feet.
Is there...
There are
another corner?
doors along that hallway as well. There also is directly in the view of that automaton, there are another set of sturdy double doors. There is what appears to be an archway directly in front of you to your right. and then this entire wall is lined with wooden doors.
Okay. So I'll go into the closest door. Do I have enough time to go through the door? Or I'm just trying to see, like,
Archway or one of the bedroom doors?
bedroom doors.
Perfect. Yeah, there's one about 10 feet to your right.
Okay.
So let's go for it, and it is not locked.
Yes.
Okay, so you use your action, open up the door. Let's now make a sleight of hand check for me.
Ooh, okay.
We're gonna see how deftly you can open and close this door.
16.
Okay, so you open the door, duck inside the dark room, quietly close the door behind you. Where do you position yourself in the room? Your dark vision allows you to see that there's a cot on the right, there's a wardrobe on the left, there is a stand mirror also to the left on kind of the front corner of the room where you are. And then in between the cot and the dresser is a desk with a stool in front of it.
Got it. Okay, would I be able to stand, like, if the door opens like this, stand away so the door...
Yeah, so
Well,
if you duck to your right,
Yep.
he will open the door and presumably not be able to see you right away.
Yep, I'll do that.
Okay.
Behind the door.
He just like pushes the door open a little more.
It's like coming home at night with your parents. Come and check to see if you're home.
The belt.
The footsteps go on past.
I feel like I'm playing Amnesia.
You're playing what?
Amnesia.
Oh,
Okay, good. Do each one of these bedrooms, I'll look a little bit closer now at this bedroom. Is there like a window out?
no, these bedrooms are set in the center of the castle.
Got it. Okay. So I'll go peek my head through the door. I'm guessing he went down the hall.
He continued in that direction.
Okay, so
Yep.
I'm gonna, while he's far enough away, I'll sneak past and go the opposite
Back the way
direction.
you came from.
Yeah.
Okay. So you barely see the back of the automaton as it rounds the opposite corner, which is about 80 feet down from you,
Okay.
and you hurriedly take 10 feet to the left.
Yes.
Okay. Once you're around that corner.
Yeah.
So there's the stairwell back about 50 feet down, which leads back up. Or there's a sturdy set of double doors to your right. Or behind you in the hallway where you just were, there's the archway which led somewhere.
Okay. I'll go try the double doors.
Okay. You go over to the double doors. They are not locked.
Ooh. Okay, I'll go through.
Okay. You begin to open the door, and it begins to protest just a little bit. You open it just enough to be able to squeak through. It did let off a little bit of noise, but hopefully wasn't perceivable with how far away the creature was, the construct. You close the door behind you, and this room lights as soon as the door is closed.
Ooh.
Magical torches flare up in four corners of the room. It's an octagonal room.
Okay.
So on each of the four opposing walls, torches blaze a light, and this appears to be kind of a ready room for most likely the armed guards of this level.
Got it.
There appears to be cookware, shelves, cabinetry, a number of tables. There's a chest set on one of them, which has collected a little bit of dust. And then there's a single door to your left, almost 90 degrees from where you entered.
Got it. Can I see any mention or like any humans who passed through? Like, has this place
Make
not
an
been
investigation check.
touched? Sweet.
Has it been disturbed?
Disturbed. That's a good word. Investigation. That's a 23.
Okay. It seems that the enchantment laid on this building in its construction, just by nature of being of elven make, it has not fallen prey to the passage of time as much as a building normally would. And not necessarily that stone in 20 years would fall apart or rot out, but there's very little by the way of dust or film or cobwebs, though you are able to, with your very keen attention to detail, discover that there is a thin film of dust on the floor, and it does not appear to have been disturbed recently.
Awesome. Okay. In that case, I'll go ahead and go through that set of doors.
Okay.
You found?
You go through that set of doors on the right, and it opens into an elongated hallway. There are a number of windows on either side of the hallway. It is pretty narrow, maybe only 12 feet across, compared to the wider 20-foot hallways of the building proper. The windows here are barred. So it allows you to kind of feel the cold night air blowing through the windows from one side to the other, and you're able to see out into the courtyard below. And you are currently on the south end of the castle,
Okay.
which means that you feel the kind of the chilly air wafting up from the river far beneath and over the edge of the bluff and hitting this side of the castle.
Got it. Okay. Can I look through on the courtyard? Let me see.
Yeah, you look down into the courtyard. Go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Woohoo! Perception. That is a 24.
Excellent. Okay. Peering out into the courtyard, first from one side. Actually, only on the right side would you be able to see the courtyard. The left side you would just see cliff. Peering out into the night. Fortunately, at this time of the evening, with both of the twin moons, the sibling moons, being in the night sky at the same time, you are able to get a very good view of this portion, kind of the south end of the courtyard, which then leads to kind of the curtain wall and then out into the bluffs. There does not appear to be any movement in the courtyard at all. The courtyard has kind of been overrun by weeds and wild growth.
Okay. Sweet. That makes sense. Yeah, I was gonna keep going down the hallway and just
Okay.
keep on looking for if I was an assassin, like where I would hide, or
Okay.
make sure that there's no like blatant like, oh, there's like a fire in the middle of the
Nice.
kind of
You make your way down the hallway. There's another doorway there. It is not locked. You find your way inside, and this is basically a guard station. There is a spiral staircase in the center of the building, or in the center of this section, and climbing it, you realize that this is one of the towers which looks over the bluffs. Making your way up to the top, you're able to peer over the side, now being exposed to the night air. Making your way down a level, you realize that there's actually little alcoves which jut out from the tower, which allow for archers or crossbowmen to peer over the side of the bluffs and fire down on anything climbing up.
nice.
Following that staircase down one more level, there's another hallway leading into the castle proper, and you realize that you are now on the ground floor of this castle.
So there's 3 levels: ground,
There are
1, and then
there are 3 levels. There is a sub level as well, from what you've been told. But there are 3 above ground levels. Yes.
got it. Okay, cool. All right, then I'm guessing I just got everything I could see up on the tower top.
Yeah.
And so we'll continue on down the ground floor.
Yep. Okay. So you make your way down the hallway back towards the castle proper. You find another ready room with just the comforts that soldiers need in order to pass the time. A set of double doors there presumably leads into the rest of the castle.
Ooh, okay. I'll open those if I can. Very carefully. Doing this.
Fortunately,
Aragorn style. Just
well, luckily they open in, and they do lock from the inside. So when you approach the door, it is locked. You are able to unbar it, and you carefully open the door. It lets out the slightest bit of protest, and you see before you a dimly lit hallway.
Ooh.
Both ahead of you and to your left. You also see that this floor is not lined with kind of the same box foundation as the floors above it. Instead, a series of columns, very, very thick and very ornately carved with archways between them, line that same wall where the bedrooms were outlined on the upper floors. These archways all seem to open up into large areas where people could take their comfort. There are a number of hearths which line the spaces underneath these archways, and a number of them are simply kind of ornate rings of stone with fire pits set in their center and various lounge chairs surrounding them. you can see down the hallway ahead of you is it seems that the hallway seems to narrow a little bit, and then to the right of you it ends pretty abruptly about 60 feet down, and it doesn't seem to continue anymore from there.
Okay. You said it was dimly lit. Is all the rooms above, or is this like more lit?
This is the only area where you have experienced light, other than the royal chambers above.
Is the light coming from the windows, the moon, or
No, it appears to be magical torches as well, though some of them are extinguished, some are lit.
Got it. Okay. I'll take a little bit more caution then here, assuming, because the only times I've seen magical torches turn on is when I've gone in the rooms or someone's gone in the rooms.
Okay.
So
That's very wise. Go ahead and make another stealth check for me.
Oh, come on.
Pray to the gods, man.
Ah! Ooh, there we go. 23.
Nice.
I'm still waiting for you to use that inspiration. Yeah, you still have one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so stealthily, you make your way first to the left since it closes there, and you investigate everything there. There doesn't seem to be any entrances. You do notice that the windows on this level, while the glass is still very ornate, they are barred as well behind the glass. So on the inside of the castle, there are thin iron bars. Investigating them closely, they appear to be very, very finely wrought, and they seem to actually be traced with mithril.
Wow.
Just as an added security measure to kind of increase the tensile strength of these bars in order to keep from having to use super thick bars here behind these windows. You make your way instead straight, so you backtrack and then go straight down the longer hallway, which eventually thins. And you now are making yourself down what appears to be a very well-decorated section of the castle. The hallway here is lined in period by a number of statuettes, reliefs carved into the stone walls. This is kind of the area where a number of these torches seem to be illuminated while others aren't. And you eventually get to a point where that narrow hallway widens, and then there's now a door to your right, and the hallway continues on in front of you, and a number of archways open up to the right as well.
Okay. I'll go look on the door.
Okay.
The door opened a little bit.
What are we looking for?
He's just exploring.
Yeah, he's just exploring right now.
I'm looking for
You
some
are
people
currently-
Mapping the entire castle.
You are right here, just so you know.
Ooh.
There's a secret meeting right over here. I have to find it.
That's a foreshadow of you guys
Dun,
in the
dun,
morning.
dun.
Okay, so you peer into the door there on the right.
Yep.
Okay, let's go ahead and see. It is currently locked.
Oh, okay. I'll go past it then. Okay,
Okay.
I'll move forward.
Okay. The assumption that if it's locked, probably no one's in there.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and move him to the
Wait.
corner there.
Oh, all the other
The
doors.
assumption that if it's locked, no one's in there.
No, more of like if it's locked and no one's been in there for a while.
But what if they're in there right now and they locked it?
That's true. That could be it. I'm just gonna keep moving forward.
They're he's so stupid.
There's too much castle to cover.
locked. No one's in there.
Hold
I
on.
know.
So you get to the first archway. It leads to a hallway about 20 feet long, and then there's a very ornate door
Ooh. Okay.
set into columns of redstone there.
I'll try that door.
Redstone. Okay. Minecraft. Quick.
Wrong kind of redstone.
Redstone.
Not locked.
Ooh, okay.
Sandstone?
I'll pick it open.
What's this? Ogres.
No. So you very deftly, because you were very stealthy, open the unlocked door, and you are met with a well-lit chamber. And you immediately see two constructs on the opposite corners of the room from you. The door opens to a very wide chamber. The right side of it is dominated by a set of circular stairs leading up to a kind of a dais, which is set with a throne and a number of other ornately carved tables. Directly across from you, the two constructs now turn in your direction.
Oh.
Not those. He doesn't see those yet because he's standing in the doorway.
Do they notice me?
They turned it.
They turned in your direction as the door opened.
Oh, okay.
Say that to
Shut the
yes.
door.
Yeah, I'm closing the door. I just broke
They lack object permanence.
it. I'm baking
They're
it.
like infants.
Okay, yeah, I'll close the door and just
Peekaboo!
book and go around the corner.
Okay. Okay, make a perception check for me.
Okay. Plus 8. That's a 24.
Okay. You very clearly hear the thudding of feet behind you.
Okay.
Do you hear that?
No, he doesn't know where
I
they
don't
Do you
know.
hear that in the distance?
You hear the sock.
Yeah, I'm just gonna run.
Drums.
I assume that they're gonna find stairs. I'm gonna look for the stairs to get back up.
You're making a lot of assumptions here.
You don't want to just backtrack?
Josh is
a good
giving you an
question.
out. There's
Okay,
more
I
constructs.
if
Nah,
the
man.
stairs is closer backtracking, yes, I'll take that. I assume that I could like turn corners to find.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah.
Stairs.
So, as you begin bolting your way down that hallway, you see another archway leading to another very ornately carved door. You did not see any other doorways or areas where the doorway could lead out to in that previous chamber. So you just keep going, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You keep going, and eventually, you find your
Castle ends. Fall into the abyss.
the chunk didn't load. You just fall.
Here there be dragons.
Back to the
No,
battlefield.
you make your way in that direction, and then the hallway eventually makes a sharp 90-degree turn. There is nothing in front of you except for the same windowed or
Bard.
stained glass barred windows. You make your way to the right, and you're immediately met with an archway leading into a large, almost foyer area. And you look to the left, and you recognize a large set of double doors. And these are most likely the entrance to the castle itself from the courtyard outside.
Oh.
Found the front door.
There is a hallway opposite you as well, and you do now hear the thudding is coming from two different directions. One directly behind you, and one of them through the doorway on your right.
Oh, okay. So.
They do have object permanence.
Dang it. So one on the right, and then one coming from the left.
Behind.
Oh, from behind.
Yes. To the left is the doorway leading out into the courtyard. Directly in front of you is another hallway. To the right is an ornate set of double doors, which leads presumably back into that main chamber. Behind you, the hallway that is currently being flooded with constructs.
Okay.
This way
Um,
and that way.
I'm going to try to. Do I know if I go
What's
to
top?
the right?
Don't.
Do I know if I can cut through the courtyard back to the stairs where I came? Or what's the quickest way back?
You don't know of any other entrance from the courtyard into the castle.
Okay.
And this is how Scott dies.
However, you could
thunderous applause.
climb
I could.
back up to the wall where you had been peering out of. Because you did notice that the top level wall from the castle to the tower was open.
Oh.
It was not closed.
Okay. So my options are if I want to run away from noises, is either straight, keep going straight down the hall,
Yep, straight or left.
straight or
Or
left,
back to your doom.
or up.
Slide
apparently. Climbing.
Or up and just wait there while they hover around you.
Yep, I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
Straight.
Just stare at it.
Okay, straight. Got it. You make your way down this hallway, and you're immediately met with another 90-degree turn to your right. Looking down this hallway, it does not have any archways on the right side, which would lead back to this area. There do not appear to be any constructs in front of you. However, there are now a number of constructs thudding behind you.
Okay, I'm just going to keep running away from them.
Okay, perfect. So you make your way that way, you turn to the right, you sprint your way down that hallway using your full movement, dash, everything, bonus action dash, making your way in that way as only a rogue can. Eventually, you begin to see a faint bit of dim light down a crossing hallway to your right as you're just passing by hallway after hallway, looking for anything that you recognize from before, and you see a bit of dim light down one of the archways.
Okay, I'll follow that light.
Okay, you skid to a stop. You begin making your way in that direction. You have abandoned stealth at this point.
Yeah.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
I mean, if I can, I don't want to look.
It just halves your movement
Yeah.
if you want to be stealthy.
No.
Okay,
I'm full movement, but I'm trying
cool,
to.
because they're
make
not
noise.
being stealthy.
Right.
Okay, so you begin making your way in that direction. You eventually meet a crossing hallway. To the left is another set of double iron-banded doors. To the right, however, is a narrow hallway which eventually opens into the source of that dim light. in kind of the pitch black of the castle, you were able to perceive that light from further away, but you make your way up to that opening, and you recognize the kind of the lounge area that you had discovered before.
Okay, sweet. I'll go in there.
Full circle. Just go back to the big
Okay,
room.
so to the left is the original tower that you had descended, but directly in front of you is a stairwell which climbs.
So which way is the closest stair? Where?
Directly in front
From
of
you,
you.
that one that is.
Not the 100 feet that way.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize it was 100 feet. Okay,
Yeah.
that one.
Okay, you make your way directly ahead of you and to the right. You begin ascending the stairs there. Make a perception check for me.
Okay. This is the day I die.
We'll find out.
Ooh, that's a 23.
Okay. As you're taking the steps 3 at a time, you begin hearing a soft clunking from above you and a little bit behind, and it seems to be coming in the same direction as you. It is not hurried, but kind of the slow, methodical pace of the sentries from before.
Shoot. Okay. Can I tell?
So it's up the stairs?
Yes, it's on the level above him. He's about halfway up the stairs at this point. His head is not crested the stairwell, but you're able to perceive that it is behind you and to the left, and it seems to be walking in the same direction as you.
Oh boy. Okay. I'll stop and try to be quiet so it doesn't hear me,
Okay.
and see if it will pass.
Okay. Okay, good. So you stop. You hold your breath. You stay motionless. You don't even peek your head over the top of the stairwell there. And you just listen, straining, and your ears are fighting against the thumping of the blood pumping through your body right now. But eventually, the soft thudding of the sentry disappears from around a far corner. Your way up the stairwell appears to be clear.
Okay. I'll sneak up and look out as I crest, look and make sure it's gone.
So you peek up over the edge of the stairwell, peering kind of between the slats of the banister there. To the left is clear, to the right is clear.
Okay.
You do know that the other stairwell is on the opposite end of this square section of the castle.
Okay. So I have to go around one of the corners.
You either follow it to the right or you beat it to the left.
Could I tell which way the thumping went?
To the right.
As
Oh,
I was
yeah.
listening? Okay.
You guess it just barely rounded the corner when you came up to the
Okay,
top
yeah,
of the
I'll
stairs.
follow it and try and be sneaky and not make any noise, and I'll follow it from behind. So it's just gonna keep.
Okay,
Making a
make another perception check for me.
Woo! Say perception. Yep. Okay. That's a 17.
Some real Metal Gear stuff.
Get a
17
box.
Okay. You make your way to the corner. You peer, you listen first, and you can hear the soft thudding you guess it's about halfway down that hallway now. You peer around the corner, and sure enough, the construct, kind of a greenish metal encasing the majority of its body, is now making its way in that direction. However, you also faintly hear the echoes of thuds
Behind me.
coming from down the stairs and a ways off, but it is coming.
They've got target tracking.
Locate person spell.
So am I right before going down the hallway to the right? Like I still see. to
You
the
have
left?
not rounded the corner.
Okay.
Yeah, so you went to the right. You have not rounded that corner yet.
Okay. Can I take out my bow
Okay.
and shoot an arrow down the hallway to make noise
Past it?
away from me?
Find
Yeah.
every
Okay, absolutely. So you're shooting over the shoulder of the construct in front of you right now?
No. Because this construct's in front of me, right?
There's a single construct, so you're currently standing on the corner of a wall looking around this corner. There's a construct here walking away from you.
Yeah.
Back
Came
this
from
way
this way.
and down,
Uh-huh.
you know that the other constructs which had been pursuing you are most likely coming.
Can I shoot an arrow down there? Make noise down there. Make them think I'm down a level.
So that would be, you want to shoot it down the stairwell, you mean?
Yes, down the
Oh,
stairwell.
okay, that makes more sense. Absolutely. Knocking an arrow, you very swiftly take 2 large strides away from the wall to where you can see down the stairwell, and you loose an arrow, just barely skimming where the top of the floor to get as much distance as you can, and you, after 2 seconds or so, hear it clatter against stone opposite the stairwell.
Got it. Okay. Once that's done, I'm gonna look to the sentry in front of me and see if he changes his direction at all.
He does not appear to have noticed.
Sweet. Okay. In that case, I'm gonna keep following him.
Track him. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So you follow. How close do you want to follow?
How long's the hallway?
90 feet.
Okay, I'll follow like 60 feet behind him.
Okay. So staying about 60 feet behind the construct, you track its movement. Its pace is much slower than you were traveling beforehand. Yeah. Jeez. Yep. He turns into a mouth breather.
Has a heart attack and dies, and then we just find his body there the next day.
Fall to death.
Gosh.
Eventually, the construct rounds the corner, and with every step, you know that you are closer to the stairwell, which leads up to the final floor,
Yes.
where you will be with your friends again. Not eventually. Okay. You get to the corner, you peer around it, and the creature is about at the midway point through that hallway.
Okay.
You look behind you, and you don't see anything. Good, right? And you patiently wait for the creature to get to the far corner, and then you dash over the stairs, and you climb it.
Yes.
Okay, now, you know
Wait for him just to turn
that
around.
is just a 90-degree turn, and then a 100-foot dash, and you will be back to safety.
Yes. Well, I assume once I get up to the top floor, this is stuff I've already explored. So then
You've already explored this level too as well.
Okay, yeah, but once I know that there's no more.
Oh, actually, you didn't explore the second level. You fled from the construct. You went into one room, and then you dipped.
So the second level, I dipped. Yeah. So once I get up to the top floor,
You've explored this entire floor.
I know there's no constructs. So once
the only construct on this floor is in the chambers.
Right. So once I get up top, I'll take more caution and I won't go as fast.
Okay, go and make a stealth roll for me.
Oh, my favorite. Ooh, 19.
Okay. Yeah. Having your movement, it's still 45 feet a turn, and so you cover the distance in about 15 seconds. Make it to the doorway, and you're home.
Okay. Close the door.
Okay, so you open the door, close it quickly behind you, lock it. As you turn around, the blade of the construct there is at your throat. It seems to have recognized you in time, however. It was mid-swing, and you feel, as you turn around, just the barest nick across your throat.
Okay.
And then the creature very mechanically turns the blade aside, rotates it, and then sheathes it across its back.
Wow.
And then it just doesn't even look at you.
Doesn't recognize me anymore. Okay, wow. I'm gonna get as far away from it as possible.
Back against the far wall. Nice.
Yeah, and then I'm just gonna sit and watch the door, make sure that sentries don't drop through the door.
They'll just come in. Have you seen this man?
They have a perfect depiction of him. They have blind sight.
They have those Kodak pictures that print out from their bodies.
It's like a fax. Okay.
Yeah. The way that you were holding that made it look like it was coming right out of its pecs.
Yep, that's what I was doing.
Okay.
I'll spend the rest of
it should just be its mouth, like a Polaroid.
Yes.
Anyway, you make your way down deeper into the chambers, and the hearth is still. It has a low light to it. Audra is half hanging off of the couch that she fell asleep on. She's just got one leg and one arm are just draped onto the floor, and she's just got one arm mussing her hair, and she's just out. I don't know who else would have been awake during this point. You've been gone for about 2 hours at this point.
Who had first watch? You?
Yeah.
Oh.
So much
The
for
person I'm watching.
So much for watching.
I mean, I set some alarms, so.
Yeah. But he would have been permissible through the alarm, right?
Yeah.
So,
Just erase everything you just did because you couldn't have gone through the alarm.
So you spend the next 6 hours just sort of meditating and watching the door. Eventually, someone wakes up to relieve you. Because it would have been 8 hours at this point, so technically y'all could be awake.
Sure.
Okay. So you wake in the morning, and Gerwaith is already awake, Vosamir, and you noticed him rising and sort of rousing in the morning. He seems to be poring over some notes. He has laid all of your accoutrement to the side, just sort of assuming that you'll probably now want to be dressed and equipped in a comfortable manner with the events of the day that lie before you. The rest of you eventually make your way out into the common room, and you see Tobias kind of just barely begin to come out of his trance state as the lot of you begin entering the room, and all of you now have benefited from a long rest. So go ahead and reset your hit points. Any abilities that you recover on a long rest or a short rest, go ahead and reset those. And then we'll go ahead and continue from there.
Great.
I think there's some button on D.
When I woke up, there is.
For long rest.
Yeah. It's right
It's in the top right corner.
here.
Oh, there we go.
When I woke up, I'll have crafted 2 mutagens.
2 mutagens. Okay. Did we decide on a time it takes to do that?
I think it's just... Sorry, give me a second. I can find out.
Yeah.
How much time do we have?
Oh, did my strength come back up after that? So 2 sessions ago, I got stabbed with a dagger that lowered my strength.
Yes, it is only a long rest that recovers that.
It just says you can create mutagens during a short rest that lasts until you take another short rest. So I don't know if
That's
that's,
fine.
the full.
So it takes an hour.
Takes the full 4 hours, or it's just during that period of time I can do it. So I'd say an hour each, so 2 hours, right?
Wait,
All right.
what?
I can create a mutagen.
No, I understand
During
that
a short
part.
rest.
Where's the time? Because you slept for 8 hours.
I know. So
So you have 2 hours until
2
the
hours
meeting.
awake.
Got it.
I would say it takes about an hour each.
Oh, I would
Or do
say
you wanna
if you
use-
can create up to 2 mutagens, you create them both in that
In
time.
that hour.
In
okay.
1 hour. Yeah.
Cool. Then I have an hour left. Cool.
Okay. So y'all come out, and Gedrid is there, very acutely watching the entrance to the royal chambers.
Gedrid?
Tobias.
Tobias.
I was looking at Jesse when I
This
said
door
that.
Yeah.
was made of dough.
Gedrid is doing other things.
Oh.
Over there.
I mean, everyone has their own routine in the morning, right?
Exactly. Gedrid
Sharpening the sword.
raising a skeleton.
Yeah, sharpening the sword.
There's skeletons in the closet that he's raising.
He's raising
You're
the
raising
skeleton
bodies.
of that assassin.
Oh gosh, you kept the skeleton.
Yeah, remember?
Yeah, the shadow one, right?
Uh-huh.
Blighted the skin right off of it.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, Gedrid. How long does that take you?
Let me check. I think it's like
It's like
10
a minute to raise
1 minute.
to raise the dead.
Okay. I'd like to hear that you just hear some like enthusiastic clamoring from Gedrid in his room, and all of a sudden you hear a bunch of rattling, and it like you drop a couple of the bones at first.
Dumping them out.
Yeah, just pour it out. But yeah, eventually, Gedrid comes out a little bit later than the rest of you, and shambling behind him is what appears to be a skeleton taking its first steps.
It's like a little baby.
It's like a baby giraffe, just sort of like stumbling from side to
Oh
side,
my gosh.
bumping into the doorway, but eventually it gets its bearings.
Bosmer will slightly pull out his sword and then realize, wait, this is
I've seen
this
this
is Gedrid.
before.
Uh-huh.
Did you make a music playlist that's playing in the background?
Speak up.
Can't hear it.
No, just talking to Scott. No,
Oh,
that's us talking.
Ah. So I see you put good use to our assassin friend.
Yep. Figured he could do something.
You do something productive. Very nice.
How long do we have until our meeting?
well, we have roughly 2 hours before the meeting is scheduled to begin. I believe it may be a good idea for us to explore the rest of the castle, see if there's any other constructs
Yeah,
still.
you should go first.
What?
Yeah, so I did a little exploring.
Ah, that shows initiative.
Yes.
What did you find?
Constructs.
How many?
At least 4.
Ah. Well,
I was able to.
I'm glad that you're here.
Yes. So I'm pretty sure if there was anyone who stuck in here before, that they're dead now because the constructs are amazing.
Yes. They are very tenacious.
Yeah, because I came back here and then just barely, like the construct, our friendly guy here, almost chopped off my head as I came back inside, and then he recognized my face.
I should have.
Is there a setting you can do on that to like?
I can provide him with a more detailed description of you.
Okay, yeah, that'd be great. Do you need like stand still, T-pose for him?
No,
We just T-pose aggressively in a
with
circle
the-
around her.
a lock of your hair might help.
That sounds dangerous.
Yeah, I don't know if I like that.
You only have so much hair.
Well,
there.
you just allow it to ingest the hair, and
He's
then
real
he
self-
recognizes you.
He's real self-conscious
Perfectly.
about his male
It's
pattern
gonna-
It doesn't. It's a single strand. I'm sorry, not a lock.
Oh, okay,
there
okay.
you go.
That's fine.
Okay.
You lose those things all the time.
Have you been picking up my hair?
No.
You hesitated.
You hesitated.
I just am slow. It's still the morning.
At this point, Moon walks out of the chamber that Gerwaith had been sleeping in, and
Ooh.
she like stretches languorously.
Hey, I was in there too.
I bet she did.
Yeah, there were shadows.
Whoa.
She literally just curled up in a corner.
Uh-huh. Corner of what?
My corner.
Nope.
Because I'm always in a corner.
Okay. Anyways,
Can't
her name is now Jeffrey. It's a dude. Okay, we're just gonna go with that.
Wow, even more
Still
furry.
in my corner.
Anyway, no, so Moon comes out into the room
Get
and
away.
just sort of stretches and then makes her way over to the corner, and she approaches one of kind of the long banquet style tables there, and she pulls out what appears to be an ornately decorated chalice from her bag, and she begins pulling out kind of bits of small bone and twigs and leaves and kind of arranging them in different ways.
Just clean.
One of them appears to be like an eyeball from some sort of creature, most likely not humanoid because it appears to be kind of black in color. But she begins sort of stretching her hands over the collection, and after about a minute, all of a sudden the objects all sort of melt together and then spread out over the banquet table, and then they rise in the shape of food.
Gee, I love twigs. This is gonna be good.
I've prepared. Whoa, wrong voice. I've prepared food for all of you.
That's well prepared. How do you do that?
It's a little trick, I know.
Cool. Can you just turn any sticks
Does
into
it-
food?
She can't turn any stick.
I'm sorry.
These are
Those are-
special sticks. That's why she put them in a circle.
Does it turn back into a stick in my stomach?
Of course not.
No,
Okay.
I've created food.
Okay.
Yeah, but
It is very nutritious and tasty. It's not bland like that thing clerics do.
Oh, okay. Ooh.
That's good. Clerics don't do that.
And
flexing on cleric thing. It's fine.
I will tentatively. What is the food?
Oh,
It's just bigger piles of sticks.
It's like a.
it's just
pile
cat
of
food.
It's a
It is very nutritious. It's all liver fancy.
Fancy feast. No.
That's
gosh, there is kibble. No. There's yeah. So there is typical breakfast food. So there's a lot of different pastries. There are little bits of what appear to be fried fish. Everything is cooked. Everything looks delicious. There's fresh bread. There's margarine, jelly, just all the trappings of a nutritious continental breakfast.
Whoa.
I'll try a piece of fried fish. I'm gonna
Okay.
look at it, and I'm gonna taste it.
It's delectable.
What kind of fish?
Ooh, this is
Haley's butt.
no. Hold on, where are we right now? It's not Tobias.
Halibut.
Freshwater. It is going to be. Yeah, we'll go with trout.
Trout.
This here is trout.
That's a river fish.
Good.
Good job.
Tastes
How-
like fish.
That's because trout is a type of fish.
Okay, I'll try some fish too.
My God.
Yeah.
I promise it is delicious.
It's good.
I'll get some.
Each bite will conform itself to your personal tastes.
Whoa.
Ooh.
That's
Now
some
that is neat.
fancy magic.
Right?
Well, it takes a bit out of me, but
You should have led with that.
what? You don't trust me?
I've never seen like something like this before.
I mean, there was an eyeball in the ingredients.
Yeah,
You
that
never
was-
let
yeah.
people see the ingredients.
Well, you shouldn't have been looking so closely.
You guys
My
should have seen the
personal effects.
ingredients to make
I've
old
s-
Skelly there.
I've studied some magic. I was curious.
Yes, an
Well,
arcane
that was a big
ingredient.
part of it.
In
Well,
feces.
sure. I'll grab some bread, slash some butter on it.
If you take your time with this, you
That's how
will
they
find
stuck
that it
together.
provides benefits to you, which hopefully will not be needed in today's activities, but
It's a hero's feast.
it is a hero's feast.
Whoa!
But where's the chalice?
I described the chalice.
Yeah,
It's the first
she
thing
mentioned
took
a
out.
chalice.
Oh.
An ornately decorated chalice.
And then she put twigs in it.
Well, I'm gonna eat up then.
Wow,
Sounds
eat
great.
up too.
Cool.
We all have our
Fish, and
fill.
some butter bread. And
Okay, so
It has-
everyone is going to get some temporary hit points. No, it's an increase to your maximum.
Whoa!
oh,
That's even
man.
better for me.
Yeah. Everyone gets an additional 13 hit points on top of their maximum.
Oh boy.
You are immune to fear. And, or is it you have an advantage on wisdom saving throws that deal with fear?
Let me check real quick. I think it's you're immune to fear.
I think you're immune to
And then you have- and then you
poison.
have-
You're immune to poison.
And then you have advantage on wisdom saving throws related to charming and fury.
That's fancy.
I'll tell you right now. A creature that partakes of the feast gains several benefits. The creature is cured of all diseases and poison, becomes immune to poison and being frightened, and makes all wisdom saving throws with advantage. Rip Sig.
That's a good
Its hit
grab.
point maximum also increase. Actually, she didn't fail a wisdom saving throw. Wait. Yeah, she did. For paralysis.
Yeah.
And your hit point maximum increases by 2d10, which we did. And it. Yeah, 7 points.
Well, 140 hit points now.
That's 60, right? Yeah, okay. Wait.
526.
10.
Is that? Yeah, 60. Yeah?
Is there a line?
There's
Yeah,
no
'cause
line.
everything else is going that way.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I wanted to make sure it wasn't a 9. I should have just rolled a single digit dice. Anyway. Oh, you also gain that same number of hit points, and the effects last for 24 hours unless they are dispelled.
Woo!
How would you dispel them?
Dispel magic.
Okay, so somebody could dispel
Oh,
magic
yeah,
on
yeah.
us. Okay.
Now, if it hits one of us, does it hit all of us or just for that one person? I guess it is just for one person.
Yes, it's removing an effect from a creature.
Interesting.
Because it's not a concentration spell. It just lasts.
Gotcha.
Okay, so for the next 24 hours, you are immune to poison and being frightened, and you make all wisdom saving throws with advantage.
Nice.
Mr. Garwaith, have you heard of from King Sidon? Since last night?
I have not. Well, I contacted him just before sleeping last night. It seems that he also experienced some difficulties along their route.
Did you describe the difficulties?
Yes, assassins.
Sweet. Did you describe the assassins?
No, we were limited on the amount of conversation. However, I'll contact him again this morning and advise him that we have prepared a place for us to meet. Now, Tobias, you said you explored a little bit
Yes.
into...
I went on
The
all
keep?
3 floors. Yep.
Right? Did you go into the dungeons?
Ooh, I did not. After
We'll make sure to do that this morning.
3 of the sentries kind of, followed me a little bit. It's okay. It's fine.
Okay.
But after that, I decided to call it a night. So I didn't explore anything besides the ground floor. So first thing we should do is go introduce ourselves to all the sentries.
I will go introduce myself.
We're gonna open the door and they're just gonna be waiting outside the hallway.
Decapitate us all at once.
Just been waiting there all night.
They're like not allowed into this part of the castle. They're just waiting for you to cross
Their
the
programming
threshold.
doesn't cross that plane.
But yes, we should make sure that they don't come after us.
I will make sure to introduce ourselves.
Yes. Priority number one.
I will hand him a hair.
That would, yes, I may need a few.
Do you need to cut it into smaller pieces? Or?
Ooh, yes, waste not, want not.
I mean, I got lots of them, but
Anyway, perhaps I'll go be about that after we finish this feast, of course. Make sure to save a plate for Vosamir, as you're still working on your mutagens at this point.
and of course, someone needs to come with you to guard you because the last time you walked away.
I would assume that
Yeah.
you would be
Yes.
accompanying me.
Of course.
Audra at this point is like kicking her blanket off of her. She bolts upright and she's like already trying to strap her armor back on. You'll not be going anywhere without me. And she sort of rushes over and just begins like cramming food into her face. Moon, you're supposed to wake me first. I had many hungry people in front of me, and we need to be about it. I don't care, you feline. It's time to go.
Feline.
That's
Anyway,
racist.
so y'all
Say that sometime.
y'all stuff your faces,
Okay.
and over the next hour,
Oh yeah.
and then Garwaith decides, well, we have about an hour until it's time to meet with our friends. I think that as we go, I'll go ahead and communicate with Lunak. Well, first we should designate a spot for us to meet. So perhaps we go and deactivate some of these sentries first. Where did you meet them?
There was one, went down the hall, down the floor, and there was a guy wandering around. So there's one, and then
Alright.
there was like three in the main near the front entrance.
All right.
At least maybe three. Who knows? There's a lot.
I'm very impressed with you that you made it back.
Yeah, me too.
Very exciting morning.
I have a hard time praising foolhardy actions, but
I had to make sure we were all good.
I
didn't know how many
understand you were
sentries there
fulfilling
were.
your job.
Yes.
Let's be about it. So Garwaith sort of leads the way. You descend the stairs, and sure enough, right at the bottom of the stairs, one of the constructs comes turning the corner ahead of you, immediately unsheathes a sword and starts like trotting in your direction. Garwaith holds up a hand, Soshona, and it immediately just like goes inert. He walks over to it and kind of begins prodding around at it a little bit and reaches a hand behind its breastplate. These constructs are very old, though they are very, very sturdy. You might have noticed by now the green coloring to their armor. They're made from...
Copper.
No, they're blended with adamantite.
But copper turns green when it rusts.
Yes, do you see any rust on these creatures?
Yeah, from the green.
Anyway,
It's a circular
However-
argument.
if you know the right trick and you hear a small click, you can reprogram them, though they only take programming from one of the royals. So I will go ahead and spend a minute with this one, make sure it's familiar with each of you, and then we'll move on to the next. So over the course of the next 20 or so minutes, you uncover, so there was that construct there on the second floor. There were 4 constructs on the first floor, though you may have only ever seen or heard of 3 of them. And he does mention that there are also a number of constructs in the lower floors, though it may be best to just leave those active. Because we have no plans of going down there
Yet.
yet. Hopefully we don't need to. So, well, now that we've cleared them, let's go ahead and let Lunak know that it's safe to approach. None of
Who's Lumek?
Lunak, Sidon, King Sidon,
Oh,
the king of Vedo.
First and last name.
I don't know his first name is Lunek.
Didn't you get my dossier?
Yeah, but it wasn't on a first name.
I pull up the soaked pamphlet that was in my side pouch, and I'm like, you mean this dossier?
Yes. We did have a bit of a splash with that one. Anyway,
So we're gonna meet here
It's good times.
in the front, or we're gonna meet in the courtyard.
well, that's up to you. Would you rather us meet in a place that has many exits in case we need to flee? Or somewhere that only has one entrance.
I think courtyard would, like outside in the courtyard would be bad because that's a little more exposed than inside the castle with all the robots.
I agree.
It's true.
And we can always program the sentries to be kind of the first line of defense.
I like that idea.
As
Yeah.
well as if we're outside or close to the outside, divination spells can be placed within.
Is there any way to make it so that, like, assuming this is the front door here, so that some sentries are waiting outside the front door looking for sketchy people, and if they see some sketchy people, they pound real hard on the door to let us know, and then they go and engage them?
We can do that, or we can have one of you fulfill that role. It may be best with the constructs to keep them as an ace up our sleeve.
I could take care of that. I'm just gonna call up some friends.
Okay.
Jerry. I got this gig.
If there's
How long
my
do we
God.
have till
And
he
then
arrives right
Gedrid
now?
assembles the A-team. What?
wait a second,
How long do we have till the guy arrives right now?
About an hour.
if there's a dungeon, there'd
Actually,
be prisoners.
40
If
minutes.
prisoners got left
40
there,
minutes.
This is for 20 minutes.
there'd
Oh,
be
that's right.
skeletons.
That's a good point.
Okay, so Gerwaith, he climbs the stairs leading up to the dais there, and he just sort of sits down in one of the seats, very, very comfortable, and he begins sort of muttering to himself, and you see kind of an arcane glow etched out around his hand as he scratches runes onto the table, and then his eyes kind of glaze over, and he begins moving his mouth soundlessly. You've all seen this before in the form of a sending spell, and he's. What are you doing, Jesse?
I'm just mouthing without
Oh,
words.
nice. Okay. Yeah. So he begins speaking without making any noise. He's communicating presumably with King Sidon. After a few minutes of this, and every once in a while retracing those runes, he comes out of his trance-like state. He said, "All right. Well, I've told King Sidon that the approach is safe, and that we would have someone welcome him. I can describe his colors, and hopefully one of you could go and give him a wave.
Well, we're
Let him know it's
missing
safe
our
to approach.
pretty
I
face.
think we should have the elf do it.
Okay, I can do that.
All
I'll
right.
go- I'll go with him as a bodyguard just in case. Are we positive that it is Sidon that we're talking to? Who knows? Could be
It's a
assassins.
sending spell.
He would have
It
brought
designates a specific person.
10 people with him too, is that right?
He had 10 people. He lost a few in the mountain passes.
Man, looks like we're not the only one with bad
I
luck.
would say that though we both experienced very horrendous moments on our journeyings, at least we did not have to face beasts of stone.
Beasts of stone.
Yes, it seems that the very mountains came alive around them and crushed a few of his men.
Sweet.
Have I heard of those kind of beasts?
I'm sorry?
Have I heard of those kind of beasts before?
Rock.
Go ahead and make a nature check for me.
Would I know anything
That's
about these?
Could I help him out?
Would I know anything about elementals fitting that description?
You can make an Arcana check for me. Yeah, you can assist him. So either Vosamir roll again, or Gedrid can make a nature check.
Again, you can make a nature check, right?
Yeah. What's your nature?
It's
You know a lot more about nature.
Oh, actually, I don't have proficiency in that.
You'd think I would be proficient in nature.
For whatever reason, Drew.
You know, I had asked for nature because I thought you were.
but- No. Survival.
Oh, that
Because
wasn't
nature
helped
has
anyway.
like intelligence
That's
instead of
dumb.
wisdom for some reason.
Yeah.
I think it should be changed.
Jesse. Oh, are you dropping it on the corner so it rolls?
Yeah.
Smart.
But I wasn't actually rolling for it.
Survival.
You can.
I can?
You want
Okay.
to help? Yeah.
13.
Okay. There are a number of creatures it could be. Though it's very rare for a creature to literally be made of stone. It could either be a construct as a stone golem.
Stone giant.
It could be an elemental of sorts. But without seeing the creature, you probably wouldn't be able to get much more information.
Yeah,
Now-
who knows?
I don't know much about magic, but in terms of the way the sending spell works, if a doppelganger were to replace Sidon, would the sending spell be able to distinguish between him and the doppelganger? Like, I'm talking about an actual doppelganger creature.
I think so, because the doppelganger isn't a person no matter what.
I don't know.
If I dressed up like you, then I wouldn't get your spells.
Doppelgangers do weird stuff. Like,
I know, I've never stalked with a doppelganger.
In some extreme cases, doppelgangers are able to replicate DNA.
well, let's hope that's not the case.
That's the truth. Otherwise, he can do all kinds of creepy things.
Fortunately,
Like
I
steal
have very
terribly
strong friends with me.
expensive technology.
Do you really?
You.
Oh, that's
Oh, so much confidence.
Who is he?
Okay. So, over the next 40 minutes, is there anything else you would like to do to prepare for this meeting? Any questions about the surroundings? Now that you can kind of travel through the keep without worrying
So, are there any other main entrances from the outside, or
from outside the keep?
yeah?
Gareth would explain to you that there is a single service entrance which leads to the servants' quarters on the opposite end of the castle.
Okay. And then maybe something coming down from higher floors.
It is possible for something to enter from outside of the castle if it were to get above the castle. Yes.
Okay. So if there's a nearby stairwell to where we're meeting.
So those entrances would be along the parapet walls leading from the castle out to the outlying towers. So most likely a creature that used one of those would descend the towers themselves.
Okay.
Because most of those doors, as you discovered, are locked.
Now, where did we determine is our place of meeting? Big room?
Yeah.
Okay. So the closest one to that would be whereabouts?
Oh gosh. It would be back this way.
Okay, so I'll spend some time setting up an alarm spell in like a choke point on the way there. If anything comes through that isn't one of the constructs or one of our current party, I want at least to know some like heads up.
Okay. You do notice that this room, there are no balconies. There are no additional levels or floors that could potentially enter this space. So, as far as an alarm spell go, you would really only have to place it on this level at some choke point that they would have to pass through to get to this area.
Okay.
So you wouldn't have to go too far out.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Cool.
hoping for. And then the servant entrance as well.
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna go ahead and brace up. And
Each of those is
give
10
myself
minutes.
temporary points.
Nice.
Temporary hit points?
Yeah, I'm just
Okay.
giving them to me.
After he describes what the colors are of Prince Sidon and King Sidon,
Yes.
I'll go up to the top of the tower so I can get a better view of everything.
Okay.
See where
Do
it's coming.
you ascend one of the keep's towers or one of the towers along the curtain wall outside the courtyard?
Which one will be quicker to get down?
The ones outside.
Okay, I'll go to those.
Yeah, because the ones in here are almost like 120 feet tall,
Uh-huh.
and there's several doors in between each of them.
Okay.
So yeah, you and Louis head outside, climb one of the gate towers there, and you're able to get a very, very impressive scenic view. The bluffs very abruptly drop off, only about 20 or so feet off of the wall, and about 300 feet or so beyond that, another wall of bluffs rises up and then quickly ascends into the mountains beyond. Those kind of bluff areas, which then turn into the fingers of the mountains, are completely dappled with pine trees and firs. Eventually, kind of snow drifts begin to appear until eventually the climb goes beyond the clouds into the Oro Vedalin, the Vedal Mountains.
Okay. I'll just keep up there and watch for people coming by.
We know what its colors are.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he told me.
What were they?
Purple and yellow.
Cool. Oh, those were my wedding colors.
Aww.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I was gonna say Waluigi and Wario.
Uh,
I didn't know he had a Wa wedding.
Don't cheapen that experience for me.
so,
Cheap, and that improves the experience.
do we know exactly how many people are coming with Sidon?
Yeah, so he has 6 remaining bodyguards alive.
Uh-huh.
He has his captain of the guard and his advisor. So there
there's
will
9
be
total.
8 in addition. Yeah, 9 total.
Okay, so Gedrid is going to cast Conjure Woodland Beings.
What? Say that again?
Conjure.
Conjure.
Conjure?
Conjure. It's conjured.
Okay, you Americans.
Conjure.
Conjure. Sorry. Conjure.
I'm so sorry. I thought you were doing like an accent thing.
Oh no, sometimes
Quick, let's all
Portuguese
make fun of
has
this.
like
I'm not
some
making fun. I'm so
some
sorry.
after effects
Josh
on my
is so
brain.
mean.
Conjure woodland beings.
Okay.
If I were to say it in Portuguese, it would be conjurar. So conjure. Anyway.
That's fine. Yeah.
Conjure. Oh my god.
You can say it however you want.
I'm gonna say conjure woodland
conjuring.
beings, and he's gonna summon. He's gonna summon 4 pixies and 4 sprites. I can keep track of
No.
them, okay?
I know.
And
Josh is like, that ruins my plan.
No, not at all.
he's basically just gonna instruct them all to turn invisible, and position themselves at kind of like. He's gonna position them in like 4 groups of 2, with 1 sprite and 1 pixie in each group.
Okay.
At each kind of like of the points
Nice.
of like basically just a square. He's gonna tell them to, if they see any like humanoid that isn't in that party or of our party, then they are to have the pixie try and polymorph them into a beetle, and then the sprite will bring that beetle to me.
Epic. That's really cool. So are you sending them out to preemptively intercept them, or are they just stationed along the wall?
So they're gonna be like basically stationed like along the wall.
Okay.
And
Just scanning for anything approaching.
yeah, any humanoid approaching that isn't of the 2 diplomatic parties.
Got it. So you explained there's a group of 9 approaching. If anything other than a group of 9 approaches, polymorph it
Yeah.
and bring it to me.
Uh-huh.
Okay, cool. So the rest of you, what are you doing to prepare? So I know you're setting alarm spells. You're with Gedrid, Vazimir, and Toby. Oh, you climbed up.
I'm with Toby.
I'm sorry, Toby and Louis.
One more thing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have Mr. Skellybones
Oh yeah.
in here.
I'm just gonna have a skeleton mini.
Oh, do you?
Oh, just so you know, because I know we just talked about this a little bit before the stream, or before the campaign started, because of how long it's been since he was killed, he doesn't really retain much of his previous skills.
That's okay. And he's just a skeleton.
Yeah, he's fodder.
He's just there to be spooky every once in a while. So
Scary.
if something scary is said during the meetings, he goes in the background.
That starts doing the skeleton dance.
Yeah.
I had zombies and skeletons.
I don't remember them being in there.
They were in this, I think. But oh well, I'm sorry, Gedrid.
That's okay.
Totally had a skeleton for you.
He's gonna instruct the skeleton to lay dormant as though it was dead.
Nice.
Up here on the dais with us, just kind of like leaning against the wall.
Gosh, and also it animates.
And if I give it a signal, it'll animate.
Derek, is there anything on that table?
Very nice.
Bummer.
That is awesome.
I've never seen
Gedrid.
skeletons.
I'm prepared.
I'm excited.
Since we started,
I had kobold skeletons and zombies.
I never saw him in there.
Okay.
By the way, does he have any
home.
kind of like fungal flair to him?
It's probably it.
He will once he starts being active, I think.
Here, you can use one of these
Nice.
just to keep track of them once combat starts.
Okay.
Okay. So
Once combat starts.
If combat
combat
starts.
starts. Yeah.
I think it's pretty safe to say
No, I just set all this up
Combat.
just so you guys could visualize where you are.
Yeah.
Well, me and Toby are sitting there and I go, Toby, I'm so glad this meeting's gonna go well. No, just without a hitch, no combat whatsoever.
Yeah. I think all the problems are behind us.
My guess
is that things
will end in blood.
I bet that's what Gedrid would
On
say.
that note, oh, because they're out on the wall.
Oh yeah, you guys are on the wall.
Where are you
impression
at?
of Gedrick.
Are you inside then?
Yeah, he'll be
Okay.
inside.
Let's go ahead and we'll remove any characters that are not currently here for now. Eventually,
I guess
you
I
would have
finished
returned.
alarms.
So where would you be?
Where would I be in here?
Where did
I guess, are there any other entrances back here? I mean, I don't see the walls, but like...
No, this is all wall here.
And then on the sides as well.
Yes. Yeah.
This is
there's
a very
actually,
familiar dais.
the end of our last campaign?
No, I know.
Oh shoot!
The-
The stand-up camera.
Our last boss
It's
fight
okay,
was
it's
on
alright.
this stand.
I'll just
I think
remember.
I'll step off of the ominous
We might need to
stand.
move it once stuff starts, though.
Okay.
So I will
into stuff.
step forward at a...
Just be at the front of the dais.
Yeah,
Okay.
up at the top of the stairs, overlooking and... Well, actually, how much time did we have?
Whoa, was one of the minis painted?
About 20 minutes.
About 20 minutes or so.
What's that?
Actually, I think I
No, none of
will
them are painted. That
begin another ritual
It's already
casting.
been made once.
Okay.
I'll
Of
do a
what?
detect magic, and then once that's up, I'm gonna do a quick little circuit of the surrounding area
I
to
can-
see if there's anything magical.
I can help you with that. I can do it at will.
Oh,
So
Well, he also does it as a ritual, so
I know. So we can
do it
do
together.
it together.
Oh,
Save
yeah,
us
we
time.
both- both ritual
two
it?
of the
I
constructs
just
and
do
put
it
them out in
as
front of those
will,
doors
Yeah.
because
Okay.
they're waiting just inside
I
the
don't.
double
I don't
doors
have
to
to
the keep.
ritual it. I just do it.
And then the other two constructs will be stationed in the front corners here.
And here?
No, out of
concentration.
sight
It's
of the
just
front door.
concentration of 10
Yeah,
minutes
and
for
then
me.
this
Yeah.
one.
knowing
So-
knowing the Vosamir can do this, be like,
Actually,
Hey,
no,
Vaz.
he will be next to this door,
Yeah, we can take both
Wait.
sides of the room.
ready
circle
in
around.
case anything
Okay.
comes through it.
And he's here.
Yeah.
Okie
Okay. So
Yeah,
we
mine's-
have.
mine's just
so
a
we'll
little
see if
ritual.
there's any like residual other magics aside from like the obvious magical
Gedrid,
torches. And
you said you're
constructs.
inside here, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So just kind of with everyone.
Uh huh.
Vazimir, you're
I'm circling one half of the room. He's circling the other.
got it.
Yep. We're looking for magical who's it's and what's it's galore. Maybe something about
I keep finding myself because I'm
Can't say
magical.
I feel very tempted to call you
Okay.
Vazzy
Gedrid. About 10 minutes or so after you send your conjured woodland creatures out, a very, very excited sprite comes back, just flittering through, through the cracks around the doors, and then eventually it starts flying through the room towards you, and it's like bobbing up and down a little bit.
No way.
Yeah, it's bobbing up and down, and it seems to like be fighting against something very, very heavy for it.
You found it.
Huh?
You
Anyway,
said you found it.
yeah. So every once in a while it like drops a foot or so in elevation, but eventually it gets to you, and it's sort of like huffing and puffing in like a really minute way. But eventually it like holds out this kind of green-backed beetle, and it's like trying to put it in your hand.
Is this one of the pixies or is it one of the sprites?
The sprites, because the pixie
The pixie
polymorph.
polymorphs that the sprite brings in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dumbo, did you leave your partner back up on the wall? Okay, that's what I figured.
Yeah.
Ask him.
High-pitched
Ask him.
Sylvan.
Yeah.
Ask him what
It's like
that thing
super
was.
high pitched Sylvan.
Okay, well, what did the thing look like before it was a beetle? Looks pretty good now.
She like sets it down, and then she flutters over, and she sort of like circles around Audra a few times,
Oh.
Okay, let me.
and then she begins like gesticulating, like
I'm so scared.
comprehend languages. Anyone?
do you speak Sylvan?
I forgot that pixies only. No, this is a
is
a
a
sprite. He does speak common.
Oh.
Pixies only
He's
speak.
doing it
Man.
just to mess with you.
Okay,
I'm
so
gonna-
they do speak common?
They speak common, Elvish, and the Sylvan.
Great, so now I have to do that voice. Let's do this. No, I will not do Elmo.
You don't have to do it.
not. I have to try so hard not
You
to.
can do something.
I do Elmo for my kids all the
Oh
time.
my god.
Alvin, Simon, and Theodore.
Right? He's gonna. I'll try to sound like a chipmunk, maybe.
He's gonna ask a baby. No, he's a tiny little verse like this. I'm just gonna fly around over here. I'm just gonna go, oh, he looked like her. He looked like her, except not with the pointed ears. And he was a little taller and he has lots of armor.
Well, that sounds suspicious. You did good work, Tumble. Thank you for bringing me this beetle.
Oh, you're welcome.
You can return to your post now. And give my thanks to your partner.
Absolutely.
And here, take this for good measure. A good berry.
And he goes back to his Sylvan. Flutters away.
How long does polymorph last?
An hour.
Polymorph, yeah, lasts an hour.
Should we just keep him in a little jar?
Actually, I plan on... Adria, we got ourselves a prisoner.
A prisoner?
Well, I instructed my Sylvan friends to turn anyone that wasn't of our party or the King Sidon's party into a beetle if they found them. And we got ourselves a beetle.
Excellent. We have a few minutes. Shall we interrogate it?
Let's do this. It'll be a little bit interesting for
We
this
may
guy
want
to
to
wake
do
up.
so with a few friends around.
Vosamir.
Claudius?
Claudius, thank you. Sometimes my brain farts.
I hear him in the other room. Forgetting it. It's okay. Parents do it all the time.
Scaly, wake up and draw your bow. I'm gonna have the skeleton wake up and just... And then Gedrid is gonna...
Minecraft
You ready, Audra?
As I'm going to be, she unsheathes her sword.
Okay, good. He'll like drop the beetle on the ground and then just viciously stomp on it.
As you stomp on it, immediately your leg is pushed back upwards.
He is small.
What did you just watch him?
Pretty much. So like your knee is like thrown up to your chest almost, and you have to like jump back a little bit. But laying down in front of you is a very definitely a human man. So it is a human man. He has very close cropped brownish hair, and his eyes are currently closed. He is dressed in kind of very earth tone leathers. He does have kind of he has a snow cloak about him right now, and laying by his side is what appears to be a short bow, and a small quiver of arrows are on his right hip. He has a number of daggers lining a bandolier along his chest, from his right shoulder down to his left waist. And you do notice that he is currently, he bears an insignia on his left breast, which is in the shape of a stag, and is colored purple and yellow.
But he
He
wasn't.
is also covered in wounds. Mostly lacerations.
From what? I think your fairy friends need to improve their color recognition a little bit.
Looks like we found ourselves a scout.
That would make sense. He looks very badly hurt. And she kneels down next to him and places a hand on his chest. And you watch kind of a golden glow begin kind of near her breast and then travel down her arm and then into the man's body. And immediately he draws in a sharp breath. And you watch some of its some of the wounds begin to close. And his eyes open and his eyes open. They are very unfocused at first, but then they draw sharp and they look kind of at all the people standing above him. Are you them? Are you who we're meeting?
If you've
Yes.
been,
Are you with Gerwaith?
that's correct.
We need your help.
How
We were
so?
attacked. We were on our way here. We got the message to approach, and we were ambushed.
Huh.
I came ahead in order to get help, and then I don't really know.
What do you think, Idra? Is he lying?
Well,
If you're... Oh, never mind. Sorry.
Go ahead, Gladius.
No. I don't know anything about pixies. or sprites.
Oh, okay.
Well, unfortunately.
Oh yeah, they're already gone though.
Yeah.
I don't have any way of telling whether or not he is speaking the truth today.
Do I believe him?
You can make an insight check.
Neat.
Neat.
24.
Wow.
He is earnestly trying to do his job.
No, guys, I think they're in the middle of an ambush. We need to get up and we need to go. Which way?
Louis and Toby
Yeah.
South of here, north of here, west of here?
So what?
towards the mountains.
What's your favorite
So west of
Favorite color?
Yeah.
I think it's a blue.
You think? You don't know your favorite color? How do you not know, like,
Well,
and just blue? Like, there's like 50 shades of blue.
Yeah, exactly. That's why.
Pick
one.
one. You can't just say blue.
Lapis lazuli.
Oh, that is a fascinating color. Yes.
What's your favorite color?
Well, I think gold is my
Gold.
favorite color.
Because of
what
like
kind
the
of
coin.
Cha-ching.
What?
Alright, like as the coin? Or-
No, like the actual color gold, like the shimmer to it, and the depth it has.
You got gold on your clothes.
Yeah.
You hear a slight fluttering, and all of a sudden a small purplish colored sprite goes zipping past about 10 feet away from you towards the castle. And he seems to be struggling with his flight.
There's lots of big mosquitoes out
I'm gonna
here.
take a look in that direction.
Yeah.
See, is it just the one or is there more?
It's just the one. You look back in that direction, however, both of you make a perception check for me.
Woo!
And I need you now more than ever.
Aww. 11.
Awesome. Louis, you peering in the direction that the sprite had come, you recognize it to be the slope approaching the keep, and you begin to hear shouts in that direction.
Toby, what do your elf eyes see?
They're taking the humans. I don't know where they're taking them.
I was like, where's he going with this? Oh gosh, not that place.
For 4 hours.
I haven't created anywhere near that cool yet.
Anywho. So I see in that direction.
Uh-huh.
You've created.
I think I see more than you. So
Yeah.
I see a group of people.
No, you don't see anyone. You hear them. You hear them shouting. However, you hear the shouting coming from down the slope, which leads up to the castle.
It's kind of fun kind of shouts like, "Hippie-ki-yay, we're going to the meeting." Or is it,
No,
we're being
There
attacked?
are shouts of frustration and challenge. You actually hear a few bestial roars mixed in with it, and you hear the clanging of metal.
Clang.
I think, is that our, I think they're in trouble if that's our party, unless it's someone else.
Yeah, we should probably go check with everyone else. I'm gonna take one more scan and like everywhere except there to see if there's any other like if that's a distraction. If there's like people sneaking.
Go ahead and make another perception check for me then.
Ooh, excellent work.
Okay. Looking around, very hastily, you look around. You're not able to perceive anything else currently approaching any of the walls. However, the curtain wall around the keep is very, very long, and it curves around the opposite side of the castle.
Okay.
So it would take some time to go check that side if you want to.
No, I think we're good. Let's go down and meet up with the rest. Let them know what we found.
Oh, we're going to meet with the rest of the group first? Okay.
I think so.
Why don't you go do that? I'll stay here just in case something
Okay. Do
happens.
you want me to come get you in case we're leaving,
Well,
or just gonna stay here?
You'll have to pass by him anyway.
yeah, I thought we
Oh.
were going to come back out and help them, but I guess there's always the option that we don't, so...
I don't know. I'm gonna go figure out.
Right,
Tell
okay,
people what we found.
I'll go back with you.
Okay. So back inside, you all just came to the realization that this man was most likely a forward scout for King Sidon and his party. He had been attacked, but in the confusion, the pixie most likely polymorphed the first creature it could and chose him. So he was transported back, most likely saving his life, but potentially not allowing him to give enough warning to his friends of the danger which he faced. So we'll see how that turned out. He, at this point, Gerwaith kind of stands, and we need to go help them on their approach.
Absolutely. Up, friend. Pull the guy to his feet. Let's go.
Yeah.
You need to point.
For king and country and all that. Let's go.
So he sort of just visibly like and starts trouting toward the door. Hold on, all of you, come here.
Just need to know where we're going.
He'll be able to guide you, but I need, let's see, we have 1, 2, 3. Kindred, will you be going or staying?
I'll be going.
3, 4. Audra, I'm staying here. Right. Come here, each of you, and he touches each of you on the shoulder, and he says, now, fly, you fools. Go, help. And you realize that each of your steps is almost like a bound, and you begin sort of drifting your way towards the door. And he has cast fly on each of you.
Whoa!
Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
You just see us.
I go down. Hey guys, guess what?
Yeah, so just as Tobias, just as you descend that tower and you begin making your way towards the keep entrance, all of a sudden the double doors open and you see 4 individuals come streaking out of the doorway, led by a man dressed in leathers.
Nothing, because we're streaking.
No, but followed by the Human Torch,
Which
the blazing Claudius,
I will be casting Expeditious Retreat.
on yourself.
Yep. Bonus action dashes with a 60-foot fly speed. This is going to be real fun.
Oh gosh.
Too soon.
Yep, and then Vosimir, Gedrid. So the 4 of them are all up, and immediately the man points in a direction that you had been looking towards the sounds, and they begin streaking off in that direction.
Also,
Guys,
friend,
they're gone.
They're gone.
also go into Elemental
I bet they
Frenzy
got
with
scared by
bonus.
something inside.
Next 10 minutes. Got it.
No, they were going this
gonna-
direction.
Call the pixies to come help.
Okay, cool.
Fly to
So
the
you
pixies.
communicate.
Fly to the pixies.
Nice. Oh, the flight of the pixies. Nice. Just the pixies or also the sprites?
All of them, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Pixies and spread.
So you immediately make your way over the curtain wall, and you already begin to hear the sounds of conflict. Coming over, because you don't have to follow the path which winds down the side of the bluff, you make your way over the edge where you believe the conflict is happening. And just along the base of the bluff and the tree line, there's currently a conflict where a series of humans, as well as one half-orc, are currently trying to back their way up the climb of the bluff, while they are simultaneously fending off attacks from what appear to be several beast-like creatures, taking on the shapes of what appear to be kind of panthers and tigers.
Bears, oh
and-
my.
There's not a bear. There's not a bear. No lions either. But yeah, a series of animals are currently working in very coordinated ways to kind of lash out at the group.
Of different species.
They appear to be just the 2 species, but they are changed.
Obviously not acting in the same way that their
No.
species would.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Okay. Just as you approach the group, you actually watch one of the soldiers fall underneath a coordinated attack from a tiger and a panther. As the panther lashes out and hamstrings the soldier, and then the tiger pounces on him and rips his throat.
Nice.
This causes the remaining soldiers. So now there's what appear to be 5 armed individuals, and then an individual who is armed, though standing near the back of the formation at the top most of the formation leading up the slope. He is armed with a dueling rapier, but he is currently shouting commands rather than taking part in the conflict. And then there's an unarmed half-orc standing next to him, who looks very aged, and he looks like he should be able to participate, but for whatever reason, he's not right now.
Right. Do we know what King Sadon looks like? Is he a half-orc?
No, he's human.
We would know what he looks like because he's up on our wall.
Yep. You know what he looks like, and this is him.
With the
Oh,
rapier?
yeah.
Shouting the commands?
All
How
right.
far away is that? From?
It's about 60 feet beneath you right now.
I'll run to
Oh,
him.
how far from the wall?
Yeah.
Oh, well, it's over the edge of the bluff. It'd probably be about 200 feet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
It's all of us flyers. Do.
Yeah, they're very close to the castle.
You're gonna try and fly in and aid them.
Yep.
Okay, so you begin to descend.
Second turn, we're probably in there.
Well, first turn you're in spell range or ranged weapon range. So,
True.
yeah, first turn you could actually get within melee range if you use your action to dash.
Can I tell which one might be in charge coordinating this coordinated? Beasts don't usually do this.
Yeah.
So is there one that might be spelling them?
Oh gosh.
It's a small.
You can either make a perception check to spot someone giving orders or an insight check on the animals.
Is one of your sprites with us?
Oh.
No, they're both.
Yeah,
the
I
same.
have
I'll
the
do a
whole game.
perception.
Okay.
It's gonna be a 14.
Okay. You do not currently see anyone that seems to be distancing itself or taking a commanding role in the conflict.
Okay.
What would you guys like to do in order to save these individuals? The
So the first turn we're within
the
spell
scout
range.
immediately knocks his bow and begins firing towards the beast below.
I'd like to just once it comes to landing, land behind. So we're now going to be sandwiching. The
Got it.
beasts.
Okay.
When
So you use your entire turn to get behind them. You have a bonus action when you land.
Okay, you guys can go. I'll come back to the bonus action.
when Gedrid is within 120 feet,
Easy.
so
Already
so are the beasts kind of like in front, like they're chasing the people
So the
up,
beasts
right?
are harrying the humans or the soldiers.
Okay.
So they're in groups of like 3 and 4, and they're constantly weaving between one another and trying to pull the attention of the humans in various different directions.
Okay.
And then every once in a while, one of the groups will lunge forward, and then if the humans retaliate, then another group seems to kind of close in on the weakened flank.
All right.
It is very, very coordinated for beasts.
In that case, Gedrid is going to, when one of the groups of beasts kind of splits off,
Okay.
he's gonna cast Erupting Earth in a 20-foot cube,
Okay.
and it's just like, so it's 20-foot cube.
If you'd like, with a 20-foot cube, you could cast it pretty much in front of the party
Yeah.
to where the edge is just in front of them, and it would very effectively halt temporarily the beast advances and most likely damage a few of them.
Perfect, because it makes it difficult terrain.
Okay.
So I'm going to use my dash action from Expeditious Retreat and just haul butt all the way
Okay.
to within like what I guess
You're only
that's
60
the
feet away, so you would get there with your Expeditious Retreat action.
So I will.
Is that a bonus action?
Yeah, bonus
Okay.
action dash.
Got it.
12.
Dash, all that, and just get out into the front and just kind of be like a target.
Okay. Oh gosh, that's
You want
it's
me to
like
roll damage
superhero.
here?
Superhero landing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I like blow up the ground in front of you, and then you land. So
Act like you did
it's
both of
like
those things.
this like loamy, just like mulch of fungus just erupts from the earth, and
It's like some sort of.
They have to make dexterity saving throws.
let me double check. It is a
I'll cast 6 sense.
Nice.
yeah, dex saving throw. 17 is the save.
Sixth Sense is an action or bonus action?
Bonus action.
Okay, cool.
Never mind. I apologize. Then I will cast. I will light my sword on fire.
Okay.
So it's 17 to save.
Okay.
I'll roll damage. Roll in the box for good luck, I guess. So that wasn't bad.
Am I close enough to any of them? I want to be at the front lines with them to bolster them.
So when you land, there are 2 groups which seem to be attempting to come to the outside to flank, and you would be in melee range with either of them once they take a few more steps. However, the earth is erupting right now, so we'll see where they land after. Cool.
18 damage, half if they saved.
And does it make it difficult terrain?
Yeah, it makes it
Does.
difficult terrain.
The 20-foot cube is difficult. So you're behind that difficult
Yeah.
terrain. The beasts are basically now all in difficult terrain. There are a few of them that were outside of that 20-foot cube to the horizontal or the laterals, but most of them were damaged. Several of them are like what appeared like buried under rubble, and they're struggling to get free right now.
Cool.
So you land in front, Vosamir, you land behind, and as the fungal cloud begins to dissipate, arrows are just raining down from above from this scout who, for the first time in his life, is basically firing from a position where he doesn't have to worry about being counterattacked. So, okay.
True.
For the next round, what are you doing?
Round
Who else
is in combat round?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I do things?
Are we rolling initiative?
Yeah, you can't currently see them, but you do see Gedrid. So, in front of you is a bluff's edge.
Right.
Curving to the right is a path which leads down around the edge of that bluff.
Okay.
So you're currently
even if I'm
looking
top-
at a cliffside,
Okay.
and they're about 30 feet down below that cliffside.
So even on top of the tower, we can't see.
Oh yeah, because this tower doesn't climb up that high.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Never mind then.
You could move to a vantage point.
Okay.
You could probably move further down the wall to be able to see at that angle.
Sweet. Yeah,
Okay.
I'll do that.
Cool.
I mean, a
Uh,
longbow,
so-
they're within range of a longbow.
Yeah, can you
exactly.
dash as a bonus action?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you moved and dashed, you would definitely be able to get within firing range.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. So making your way to the right, around the northeastern side of the wall, you start jogging in that direction until you can see what's going on, and you witness the ground erupt underneath all these beasts, and then all of a sudden, there's a bunch of targets pinned under earth.
Ooh.
So, you have an action. What would you like to do?
Oh, I have an action? So
Yeah.
then I'll shoot at them.
Okay. There is. You don't have sharpshooter, do you?
I do.
You can hit all of them then.
Mhm. Yeah.
You don't have to risk. You don't have to worry
A
about
range
cover
of
or anything.
600 feet.
That's with disadvantage though. 120.
Sharpshooter, no disadvantage.
He pulls out his little.
He's sniping. A sniper.
You have a
mode.
scope on your longbow.
Laser.
It's just a little crosshair laser. Okay,
Yeah.
so
The trademark on the side
Yeah,
of the scope
there-
says
there's-
elf's eyes.
Panther or tiger? Which one do you want to
whatever
shoot
the
at?
one's farthest away from a human.
Okay,
So, Panther.
that'd be one of the tigers actually.
Okay, Tiger then. Yeah. That's 12 to hit.
It hits. However, it seems to bounce off of a bony protrusion.
Okay.
Bonk.
Yeah.
Cool.
Fortunately, I really wanted that to work. That's so epic. Okay, Vosamir, we'll start with you.
Inspiration.
He's saving it for something important.
What's in
Louis?
front? What creatures are in front of me?
okay.
right now?
Oh, if you want to do something, I'm so sorry, Louis.
I would like to enter combat.
Okay. Do you want to just leap from the wall?
How far down is the drop?
15. Okay.
Can I leap on top of one of the beasts?
So you would have to cover some ground before you get to the edge of the bluff. What's your movement speed?
40.
Okay, go ahead and make an athletics check for me.
If you let me level up again, I can run faster.
Well, if you guys would just finish a mission.
It's not our fault. You keep throwing harpies up our butt. Athletics check, you said?
Yes, please.
Oh, didn't help. So 9, 10. 15.
Okay, cool. So with that, you leap from the wall, covering about 12 or so feet, and with the last of your 40 feet of movement, you're able to make it to the edge of the bluff, and you see down now into the melee below.
How far down is that?
About 30 feet.
So I'd get hurt if I jumped.
A little bit.
But you might hurt something you jump on.
Yeah, that's the
That's
goal.
also true.
So I used all my movement getting there?
Your movement, yes. You still have an action bonus action.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna jump off the bluff and try to land on one of the creatures, preferably one that's not close to friendly, so that if I miss, I don't hit friendly.
Cool. Let's make just an attack roll for me.
Cool.
Do it and you're cool.
Nice.
Any modifiers?
His strength.
Yeah. 20.
Okay. Claudius, as the dust begins to settle, you stare menacingly at the panthers and the tigers before you, now struggling to make their way up over the rubble, and some of them are starting to lick their wounds, while others seem to be growing even more furious. and one of the tigers stands up and begins, like, he just paws down one of the panthers and begins stepping over the top of him. And you watch as the hair on the back of along its spine begins to bristle, and his tail begins flicking back and forth, as cats are wont to do when angry. And as it opens its mouth, you actually see energy beginning to collect at the back of its throat.
Godzilla tiger.
And as it's all of a sudden, like, it braces its forepaws, you watch as a massive fist comes down through the mushroom cloud of the spores of Gedrid's erupting earth and takes the tiger at the back of the nape of the neck and just slams its face into the rubbled earth. And then the rest of Louis smashes the rest of its body as its knee just like his knee just drives into the spine of the creature.
Nice.
And just crunches it beneath him.
Oh, is it dead?
Oh, it's dead.
Nice.
A Louis landed on it. So.
Yay. Good. One
That's our
metric
secret
Louis.
weapon.
Did I take damage?
Did you take damage?
Yeah.
Yes, a little bit.
Tactical Louis strike.
It's like a Predator missile on Modern Warfare 2. You just see on the camera. Guided missile.
Yeah, so you took 11 points of damage, halved to 5.
Nice.
Bludgeoning damage.
Fist.
Sweet.
Super effective.
Cool. And then I'll just stand up.
Hey.
And... Yay.
Nice.
Now
Wait,
I have
wait.
two.
He's got 2.
Oh, I'm sorry, you can't have more than one.
Yeah.
He's collecting them.
I can't believe I caught that. That was good.
I know.
What's wrong with you?
They don't stack anyway. so-
Darn.
sorry.
Well, can I put it in like the inspiration bank?
You can give it to another player.
Toby. No.
Has one.
Get Claudius, because he distracted it.
There you go.
Yeah!
You'll.
You'll get the next one.
have to pay respect.
Jeff, it's not cool enough for you
and
guys.
then
I
I'll just
get it.
stand up and crack my knuckles, and then I'll use a dig deep, resist damage.
Yeah, and as Louis stands, it seems like all of his joints crack.
Yeah, it's just like
Just from the pressure of landing in the way he did. And like, you're worried you might have twisted one of your ankles because you're landing in erupted earth from 30 feet up. But you stand, and now all 6 of you, or all 5, oh, 6, sorry. 6. All 5 of you have now pooled all of your energy and put it to bear against these creatures.
There's
Bear.
There's the bear.
Okay.
you'll make a fine
So let's go ahead. We're just going to go around the circle, starting with Bostomir.
No,
We're going to go counterclockwise here for the
What
next round.
creatures do I have in front of me?
You currently have the back of 2 large tigers in front of you. Both of them seem to have been just outside of the range of the spell.
Okay.
But they're currently surveying
Facing away.
the damage. Yeah.
Okay. I will attack the one on my right
Okay.
because I'm right-handed. It's easier.
Okay.
And my sword's on fire. I'm going to mark him with my hunter's focus.
Okay.
I'm gonna wail on him.
Nice.
Is Hunter's Focus bonus action?
Yes.
Cool. Okay. So you mark him with your Hunter's Focus, and then you make your 2 strikes against him.
Actually, you know what? I take that back. I'm going to drink one of my potions. I'm drinking a reconstruction, which gives me hit points every turn in combat.
Okay. Which other mutagen did you make?
I also made a rapidity. Makes me
Speed
go
you up?
faster. Yeah.
Jeez.
Because when I drink
many
reconstruction,
fast
I
boys.
lose 10 feet.
Gotcha.
But my
So they're meant to
rapidity gives me
synchronize.
15, so in the end I gain 5.
Cool.
Okay.
So you marked it and then drank.
No, I'm not marking him.
Okay.
I just drank the potion.
Bonus action
Goes roll.
mutagen.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so...
Still attacking.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh yeah. He just glides in,
topaz.
chugs his Gatorade.
His gator. Electrolytes restore.
14.
That's what plants
Nice.
need.
14 just hits.
Cool. And then that's going to be a 4 plus 6, 10. Plus 8 lightning damage. 7, so 17. Plus 4. Nice. 21 points of damage.
Okay.
Nice.
Nice. Okay. So on your first strike, you gash across its hips in the back. As your sword tears through it, you see that now that you're this close to it, its flesh seems to be discolored in places, and it seems to be almost blackened to char in certain places, and the white of his bone actually seems to poke through his skin. His muscle almost appears to have been replaced with a charcoal-like material, and as you score across its hip, you watch as a spurt of what appears to be magmatic-like material gushes out in your direction. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Akromia.
Dexterity saving throw of 14.
Okay, so you barely get singed by the spurts of magma, taking 5 points of fire damage, halved to 2.
I'll get that back next turn.
All right, because of your 10. Okay, but you have another attack, I believe, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I roll. I'll attack him again, I guess.
Okay.
Hopefully, don't get hurt again.
Dude, and you're cool.
Oh, nat 20.
Woo! Excellent.
So that's max damage plus my dice roll.
Okay.
So that's going to be 1d8 plus 6 of 14.
Yep.
Plus 7, 21. Plus 3 of 24.
Okay.
Plus the lightning damage of 1.
So 25?
25.
Okay. So you all but score through the back of its body, attempting to just cleave the creature in two. Your sword gets stuck about 3 inches in, and the beast lets out just this terrible howl. And as it screams out, you feel a shockwave of heat just explode from its body. Immediately, all of its skin sloughs away from its body, and the creature that is left is a being of hellfire. It is feline in shape, and its ribs are just its ribs jut out from its side and seem to expand as though bellows in a forge fire. And the ribs themselves seem to be made up of charcoal, and embers line the entire creature's being. And you could see through its rib cage into a heart that seems to be made of pure, like ignited ruby. And it turns in your direction, and the space where you had cut into it almost seems to solidify, as though kind of like a field surgeon staunching a wound.
Okay.
And that was
Great.
the tiger?
That was the tiger.
Then the panthers are ice creatures. Because video game rules.
Yes, they must have the opposites.
Sure.
We'll see.
Panthers are ice. Got it.
Okay, Jesse.
Okay. Do you want the fairies to go on my turn?
Sure.
Okay. So, Gedrid is gonna instruct all 4 pixies. Just gonna shout at them to give our human allies flight. So,
Oh, nice. Okay.
yeah, so they're just gonna cast flight on Sidon, Orc, half Orc, and 2 of the human guards.
When they cast it, they can affect one creature.
Pretty sure it's just one.
The base of
It's-
fly is
it's
just one
cast-
creature, right?
yeah, it's one
okay,
creature.
got it.
Yeah, the base of fly is just one.
They touch them.
And
Okay.
he's gonna have
So Sidon, his aide, and then 2 of the soldiers.
yes.
Okay.
Or whatever the fairies. Or
Yeah.
unless you instruct them.
So, I don't know. The sprites are just gonna all make their tiny little mini bow attacks.
They're so cute.
Pew, pew, pew.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and just roll attack rolls for them.
Okay.
They only make 1 attack, right?
Yeah, they just make one.
Are they 1/8 challenge rating?
They're 1/4.
Oh, nice.
We're not going full.
So that is a 20 to hit, a 10 to hit, a 24 to hit, and a 13 to hit.
We'll say 3 hit.
Okay, 3 hit. So that's 3 damage to one of them. And if it is, are they immune to poison?
Not that you're aware of.
In that case, they'd have to make poison saving throws for each hit.
Con save?
Yeah, DC 10. Otherwise, they fall asleep.
Yeah, like plus 11.
They fall asleep? That's dope.
I know.
What attack is this?
Sprites and pixies are so cool.
Oh, that's so cool. Look. The anvil is a natural 20.
Oh,
I was like, what the heck is that? Oh, it's a 20. So 2 of them fall asleep.
cool.
The last one that was hit was one of the tigers, and it is still awake.
All right, and then Gedrid is just gonna cast Shillelagh and go and smack one on the head.
Nice.
Okay, so let me bring up Gedrid.
If you go for one that's prone, you'll have advantage on the attack.
Okay, I'll do that.
Are the 2 tigers? One's asleep, one's not. That was in front of me, or is it different tigers?
They were in the rubble.
Okay.
All right, and since he's entering the person's space, he's just gonna have his spreading spores.
And the 2 creatures that fell asleep were panthers.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that is a 17 to hit.
Does your spores proc on your turn? Or on theirs?
Let me check.
And you said 17 to hit?
Yeah.
That does hit.
Okay.
You're going for the tiger or one of the prone creatures?
One of the prone ones, because that gave me advantage, right?
Yeah, we'll say one of the tigers was prone.
Okay. Let me just check how that procs. You can use your reaction when it moves into your
Okay,
space.
got it.
So, can I do that? No?
No, because it's implying they're willingly moving into your space.
And I'm moving into their space.
Correct.
So that's different.
Correct.
Okay.
But if they leave you,
I don't. Yeah, I'm not sure. We'll read through that again.
Okay. So that.
I would say that if they take a movement
then you
after
can do it?
starting in your space, then you can activate it as a
Okay.
reaction.
That's fair.
It's cold in here.
I'm just actually. That is. It adds the. Sorry.
Scotty, you're up next.
Okay, that's 10 damage.
Okay.
From Shillelagh.
Nice. Okay, Scotty,
Okay.
and then Carson.
I'm gonna do another shot with my longbow. Can
Nice.
I attack? Is there a creature within 5 feet of a friendly, so I can get sneak attack?
Yeah, you'll want to attack a creature that is not prone because you have disadvantage on prone creatures with ranged attacks. There is a creature. Actually, you can see the one that Claudius is fighting.
Ooh, nice. Claudius or
Vosimir. I'm
Okay.
pointing at him.
I was like, wait, the names.
Vosimir. And that tiger is also on fire.
Okay, yeah,
no
I'll
2
shoot at that one.
things are not on fire.
Okay. Do you have it? You don't have advantage when sneak attack doesn't grant you advantage. Got it. Wait, do you have advantage when they're engaged with a target, or does it just give
I get
you?
sneak attack if they're engaged
Okay,
within
got
5 feet
it.
of a target.
Sneak attack it will always confuse me.
Okay,
So, what was your attack roll?
that's a 19 to hit.
Definitely hits.
Woohoo! So that's 3 plus 5, so that's 8 normal damage, and then 5d6, 8, 10, 15, 18,
Whoa.
23,
28.
28 total.
Nice. Okay, so Vosimir, as you're now facing down with this magma beast, it begins to sort of snarl in your direction, and each of its steps, its paws leave behind scorched earth, and its paws actually sink about a quarter of an inch with each step that it takes. The heat emanating off of it is almost unbearable, and as the creature goes to kind of settle in for a lunge in your direction, as cats are wont to do, all of a sudden a broadhead arrow takes it in the back of the skull and just juts out its mouth and plants itself in the earth between your feet. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
That's going to be a 13.
Okay. I had forgotten the one from last time,
You
but
get
that's
advantage
my fault. So
on saving throws because of the feast.
Oh, do I do that for
that's
dex?
wisdom saving throws.
Wisdom.
Oh, I thought it was all.
Just wisdom saving throws.
Okay.
All saving
That
throws.
would be wild.
I just heard saving throw. So.
So you suffer another 5 points of fire, have 2.
Okay. Good. Still good from that.
Okay. Next up we have Claudius,
Excellent.
and then Louis.
So, do we have any large groups of them still clustered with each other?
Yeah. So only 4 of the 8 remaining alive. No, 7 remaining alive had fly cast on them. So there are currently 3 clustered behind you. The half orc and 2 of the soldiers.
No,
Enemies. You're asking about enemies?
Yeah, so behind me are 3 soldiers and the half-orc, right?
2 soldiers and a half orc. Yep.
2 soldiers and a half-orc. Okay, the other ones have...
Fly on them, so they're kind of drifting behind you. Yeah.
Alright, have they taken off yet?
They're going up towards the scout. So yes.
Alright, so I'm gonna... I guess shout out where... Objective protect Lord Sidon and then where are there, like looking in front of me, where are the other felines?
All basically in front of you. So they...
You said they were in groups of 3 to 4?
Right, but the erupting earth kind of just jumbled them all together, so there's just a mess of them in front of you.
Oh good, so just all of them are all clustered in one spot.
Yeah, except for the 2 which were in the back that are now facing Claudius. Yes, they are all in... Dang it. Vesemir. They are all in that 20-foot cube.
Okay.
Well, square. Because it's
Alright,
planar.
so I'm gonna run up to them and push them further into it with a thunder wave.
Okay, there's also a Louis in front of you, just so you know.
Hi. I would like to shoot around Louis if he is not in the middle of them.
Go and put his arms around him.
Well, it emanates from your body. Unfortunately, that would be so cute. Yeah, so you can either you can turn it toward one side of Louis, or you can try and step in line with him and just blow everything towards Vosimir. You won't hit Vosimir.
Okay. Yeah, I want to step in.
Because it's 15 foot, right?
Yeah, 15-foot cube and just kind of launch them all towards.
Con saves
Um,
or strength? I always
it
forget.
is Constitution.
That's always strange to me that it's Constitution.
How many of them are being hit by this, by the way?
12.
Holy smokes!
Wow,
What's the DC?
12 of them.
16.
And if they succeed, they don't get blown back.
They don't get blown back.
But they still take damage?
Yep.
Is it halved on a success?
Halved of 2d8.
Oh, there's me.
It's you, Gordon.
8 total.
Let's take a 2-second break real quick.
Oh,
I can figure it
did
out
it freeze?
while you're going.
Yeah, keep doing your damage, and then after that we'll just... So we have a clean cut.
Are we dead?
Oh, it's frozen.
Do we still have audio?
Yeah. Adios.
Oh, good.
Yeah, you can see it picking us up.
Is it live?
Do you hear me now?
It was,
Good.
that was almost too loud. It was in the red. Come on, Carson. Just kidding.
Oof. I'm not sorry.
Don't be sorry.
Alright, so.
There we go.
Are we back?
How are they doing?
Sort of. It's...
So, of the 12, 8 of them get blown away from you. Vosimir, you watch this just wave of felines tumble end over end across the rubble towards you, and all of a sudden, like, oh, what's your damage?
It's 8 to each of them.
8 to each of them that failed?
Yeah, and
Okay.
then 4 to the ones that succeeded.
Got it. So, there's just like 4 or 5 panthers that just get blown in your direction and come skidding to a halt, lifeless around you. There's also there's one tiger that gets blown towards you, and it seems to be very, very hurt, and it is prone, kind of a few feet away from you. There's a panther and a tiger in front of you that succeeded.
Okay, panther and tiger in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, when I blew them away, did any of the other ones reveal a elemental nature like the tiger we saw?
Not from this damage type.
Not from this damage type.
Correct.
Okay, not thunder, but bludgeoning did it. Or no, yours was
Slashing.
slashing.
Wow, I have lightning, fire, and slashing right now.
So there's a lot of things going
Could have been anything.
It could have been any one of those.
But I know to avoid fire. So
Oh,
I'm
it's
going to
smoldering
use
for me, clearly.
Frenzied Casting. I'm going to use Booming Blade on the tiger that is still up.
Okay, go ahead and make your attack roll against it.
Alright.
Is that going to be okay in edit?
We'll find out, yeah.
Alright. 15 plus.
Hits.
Okay.
AC is 14 on this one.
Awesome. So let's see.
No.
Louis, you're on deck.
I got
7 slashing damage. And 8 thunder damage. So it's 15 damage total to the tiger.
Oh, wow. Excellent.
So half of it was slashing, the other half was thunder.
Okay.
And if he moves, he takes an energy.
So you slash through the tiger, and you hit it just across the kind of the front right shoulder, and it scratches into its neck a little bit. And as it does so, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw as sparks of lightning come coursing out of the wound that you just opened.
Excellent. I love this. Let's see. I think that's going to be an 8 total.
Nice. Okay, so
How bad is it looking like?
5 points of lightning damage.
Oh.
So you suffer 5 points of lightning damage as the arc dances across your armor and eventually just kind of almost embeds itself in some of your flesh. You see a little black scorch mark around the area where it struck you.
Excellent. Right. Almost through my temporary HP.
Louis, wait, you have 10?
It's not 10.
I activated my elemental fury, so I get 10 HP on top.
So, Sidon and that half-orc, they are flying. You said they flying back away?
Sidon, his aide, and 2 of the soldiers had fly cast on them. The half-orc and the other 2 soldiers are still behind you.
Okay. Fly back to the castle and let the sentries take care of all these.
Yeah. I'll that's what I'll tell them.
Okay.
Are they aware they had flight cast on them?
The 4 that had flight cast on them are already up by the scout.
Oh.
There's just 3. There's 2 soldiers and the half-orc still on the ground did not have fly cast on them.
And how are they looking? Are they like
Very beat up.
Okay. And how many more cats are in front of me right now?
Not very many now. There are 2 directly within melee range of you. 1 panther and 1 tiger.
Okay. I'll tell the soldiers and the half-orc behind me. I'll just be like, "Get back to the castle. We got this." And then I'll just run up and start punching the cats.
Bad kitty.
Not something I expected to hear today. Nice.
Which one's the most beat up?
So there's a tiger that Claudius just dug into that seemed to sprout electricity. Then there's a panther which is currently prone on the ground, and he's starting to stand up. He looks very hurt.
I'll punch prone panther.
Okay.
That's all
Advantage.
automatic. Crit?
No, it's advantage.
Advantage.
Some of them are asleep.
He's not
If they're paralyzed or unconscious, it would be a crit.
All right. First one. 19
Yeah, hits.
hits. I'll roll damage for that one first
Okay.
before I decide to keep punching them. 8 damage. For that one, still alive?
Yeah, still alive.
Alright, I'm gonna start throwing haymakers.
So
So just
regular straight roll.
Get
Yep.
some.
Are we okay, Scotty?
One camera is being weird.
Which one?
The one I don't know.
second one is
that one.
second one's 18.
That kills it.
Alright. Then I'm gonna use 1-2 punch the other tiger.
Okay. Punching the tiger.
Yeah, this one also haymakers. Oh wait, no, yeah, haymakers.
Isn't Haymaker for the rest of the round once you activate it?
Let me check. I think it's just before I attack I have to declare it, but I can check
Okay.
real quick. Yeah, it's just before you make an attack roll.
Got it. So it's like reckless.
Oh wait, no, you're right. You make all attack rolls until the end
Got
of the
it.
turn's disadvantage. Okay, yeah, that's fine.
So it's exactly like reckless.
Except
attack.
I don't get disadvantage on me.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
There's got to be a downside to it.
The downside is the disadvantage on the attack.
Oh, you're giving yourself disadvantage on the attack roll.
Yeah,
Got it.
But it cancels out because they're prone.
Well, no, that one's dead.
The tiger is
I'm
not
punching
prone.
the upward tiger, so this is just disadvantage now. Nice.
Oh, not bad.
Sweet. 22.
Hits.
Alright.
You want to roll your damage?
I don't need to. 8.
Oh, it's max, right? 12?
Yeah, so 12 damage.
Plus your strength?
That was plus my strength.
Oh, do you roll
I roll
eights?
d8s.
Oh, okay. Got it.
And then I'm going to keep...
Hold on. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
No. 9.
You will too. Oh. 9?
Yeah.
Okay, you as well. Anyone within melee range of it.
Oh, poop. Yeah, that's a 7.
Nice. This is going to be fun. Okay, wow. I have literally rolled a 5 on every pair of d6s that I've rolled today. So,
That's Fantastic
I'm
job.
happy for you, Josh.
Well, I mean, it's 5 total,
I do. Oh.
not a 5.
5 total?
Hold on. Yeah, so as your fist connects with it, all of a sudden, the wound which Claudius had opened just shoots out several arcs of electricity which climb up your arm and across your body, and then the arc leaps over towards Claudius and strikes him as well, both of you taking 5 points of lightning damage.
Ouch. Spark plug.
Okay? Do you have another attack with
Yeah.
your 1-2?
Lightning.
Yep. Lightning attack.
It's a Jolteon.
A dark jolt.
Ooh.
20.
Yes.
It's a
And then so that's
thundercloud.
another
jolt.
12. So another 12 damage. So 24 total damage for that tiger.
Okay. Go ahead and make another dexterity saving throw, both of you.
It is the opposite of shiny.
Natural one. Nice. I don't care. I'm punching him
17.
hard.
Oh, very good. So you'll suffer 9 points of lightning damage, and you'll suffer 4.
Oof. You broke your record.
I did that time. I rolled an actual 5 this time.
Oh, there you go. It's got to be 5 in there somewhere.
Yep.
I'm getting real tired. Okay.
Okay.
Melee is not
So
the way.
at the end of your turn, it is the cat's.
And then I'm gonna back away from him.
Would you say
with my
he's
movement. He doesn't get an opportunity attack because I punched him. My mobile feet.
he is very mobile?
Flip. That is a strong combination.
Yep.
Haymakers and mobile. Wow.
That's what a boxer does. You go and you punch and then you
No,
bounce
I-
back out.
I'm not. Okay. I'm not dissing it. I'm saying
know.
it's really, really effective.
I know
That's
it's
awesome.
strong. I'll back away.
Okay, cool. So it cannot make an opportunity attack. That's good to remember. It is now the feline's turn. There are only the 3 tigers left standing. No, 2 tigers. One of them was shot to death by him.
Tobias.
I thought there was just the panther and the tiger.
You killed the panther,
Yeah, so now it's just tiger.
There's
but
a
there were
tiger
tigers
back
in the
There
back.
was 2 tigers by me, and one of them's dead.
Oh,
Yep. So you know what? Hold on. So the tiger next to you is going to make an attack at Claudius. Because you're still within melee range of it.
gross.
So it is going to attack.
No, come to me.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
If only I could learn
First
the
attack is
spell
only
command
a
duel.
9 to hit.
No.
Okay. Ooh, much better on the next.
Not even.
24 to hit on the next one.
I'll take it.
Okay. So you are going to suffer.
I'm going to suffer.
You're just gonna suffer.
Okay. 9 points of piercing damage, and then 8 points of lightning damage.
9 points piercing, 8 points lightning.
Correct. 17 total. Barring resistances. However, Vosimir, the one near you is going to flee.
Opportunity attack.
It's not within melee range of you. Sorry.
Yeah, good off.
It would have been pretty
They're
cool
out
though.
of sync.
Yeah. He sort of like glares at all of you, and then something almost seems to will him away.
Okay.
Tigre.
Okay. So there's the one tiger still alive.
Electric tiger.
Yes.
We just all jump on it at once and just punch it to death.
Technically, you're
Use
within melee range of it
multiple
too.
Did
aren't
it
you?
start its turn in my
punches.
range?
It hasn't moved yet.
But if it, I looked it up. If it starts
Oh,
its
then
turn,
yeah. Go ahead and roll
So
your
it,
reaction.
it has to make a DC 17 con save, or
It's
else
just
it'll take-
inhaling Gedrid's stank and takes
Hey,
damage.
it's not.
It just barely failed.
It's a must.
With
So,
a 16.
what does it do?
He's gonna take spore damage.
Oh, okay.
1 damage.
It didn't even bounce. It just.
Is it a D4 or
It's a D8.
Oh.
I just rolled bad.
It's just a poopy roll.
Wait, hold on. Let me do some math.
It's just a cat coughing up a hairball.
Oh my gosh.
Did it kill it?
Is it 1 point away?
It's 1 point away.
Okay, wait. So nobody hit it. Just T-pose aggressively at it and wait for the spores
Someone
to
let me
kill it
use your
next
inspiration to let me re-roll this D8.
round.
Actually, can I give him my inspiration that I got from what's his face, the king?
You're gonna waste a D8 just so we
No,
can
not in the middle of it.
die from a spore.
Come on, let me kill it.
And that's only re-rolling a D20.
I know.
What? You
No,
can't
I
roll
was
it?
saying the king's inspiration.
Oh, you're
King
saying
gave
the
me
one that.
inspiration a while back ago.
That would have faded by now.
You know what? I'm still inspired.
You have to use it by a long
I
rest.
was him.
Yeah, I was. I can do it myself now. That's funny. You've learned how to be a bard.
So he's 1 point away.
Well,
Yeah.
you could just whack him on the head
Vosimir,
with
it's your
bump.
turn.
Okay, how far away is this kitty?
20 feet from you.
Alright, I'm gonna run
Over
over
rough
it.
terrain.
He can fly.
I can
Oh,
fly.
you can fly.
Yeah, that's right.
You can
You can
fly.
fly. You can fly. You can fly.
I will fly over to him and attack him.
Oh my gosh. Y'all are just superheroes. This is so
Just
awesome.
bonk him on the head with your sword.
Literally, just
Oh.
like Bulg to Bilbo in The Hobbit, where he just like nonchalantly butts him with the end of his hammer.
Alright, that's gonna be 15 to hit. Oof. And he dies.
He did.
Nice.
He did.
So
I need you and you to make dexterity saving throws.
Oh.
Oh, and I'll just keep flying. So it's
Yeah,
a
for sure.
flying pass, so I'm
Not
not
me.
You're
flying.
not within melee range.
Yeah.
20.
Okay.
Back away from
Dexterity
things
saving
that
throw?
hurt me.
Oh, I keep flying.
I understand.
Oh, but you know what? It's gonna pass. It's a 16.
Okay.
He's so
20.
You both take 4 points of lightning damage. 8 halved to 4.
Hold on, let me get my 5 back and then minus 4.
They're nasty
there we
little
Back
customers.
row.
They are.
I like them.
Okay, so all enemies currently are extinguished.
Some of them literally.
You have a number of soldiers currently fleeing back up the hill. Toby, you see a number of the soldiers running up the slope towards the wall. You also see a bunch of them flying up in the air. Some of them appear to be very uncomfortable with flight. Vosimir?
Since we've been assailed by these panther assassins, these random cat assassinating us, I know something's up, or at least I get the hunch that something's up. I'm gonna immediately start just flying back to the castle to make sure that they're still okay.
Oh, interesting.
And also, honestly, I guess the king's gonna be there. Who's gonna shut the sentries down on the new people coming in? So.
Well, it'd be assumed that you would have had Garwith come out to shut them down.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go check on him. So I'll immediately just start flying as well.
Guess I'll follow.
Would the panther be the one that's fleeing still be visible from Tobias's location?
The tiger.
The what?
The tiger that flees.
The one that is currently fleeing?
It's in the woods at this point.
Oh,
Yeah.
didn't get how far is it? I don't like leaving survivors.
Like 60 feet into the woods, I guess.
Don't run into the woods on your own.
You can pursue it if you want.
Gadrid, can one of your pixie friends cast a fly?
Okay.
So that I can...
Okay.
So, Vosimir, you
just
go
gonna climb the
soaring
cliff
back towards the keep to let them know of what transpired and to check on the
Alright, they only
on
have
Garwith
so
there.
much juice in them.
I will escort these soldiers.
They already used all their flight
One better
spells.
not.
Got it. Okay. Gedrid, what are you going to do? And Louis, what are you going to do?
I start climbing the cliff back up to the castle.
You could just walk up the slope.
I climb
It's
the
only an extra, it's an extra 80
climb the
feet.
cliff up to the castle.
This
Make
whole
an
thing
athletics
happened.
check
Did you
for
jump
me.
really high?
We're like
Was that next
chatting it
level?
up, and he just
Next
kinda
level, I can
awkwardly
jump really,
goes up
really
the
high.
wall.
Just keep reminding him of things he can do next level.
Wait, actually, no. With the mobile feat, I think my jump distance.
It's not 30 feet.
But it can get him up there quicker.
I want to be cool.
I wanna be.
The very best.
Mobile. Oh no, but yeah, that's next turn.
Next level.
Darn. Yeah.
Vosimir, you fly back towards the
climb.
keep. You watch as Vosimir soars over the top of you, heading back towards the entrance of the keep.
With a flaming sword still, because I don't want to put it out.
Flaming electric sword.
Yeah.
You get to the keep doors. You open them with no problem. The sentries are there. You make your way into the main chamber. As you do so, you start flying in, and you see one of the sentries currently on the ground, and a bestial creature standing over it, plunging a light blue metallic blade into the chest plate of the creature. It seems to, I'm sorry for the similarities here, but it seems to phase through its metal armor, and immediately the lights of its eyes go inert. And Audra is currently standing at the top of the stairs, facing down this bestial humanoid creature as it stands up. and now turns its gaze in that direction. And that's where we're going to take a break.
Oh,
I knew it. It's like something's up. This
some
is too
kind
easy.
of robot.
Hey, welcome back, guys, from our break. Unfortunately, it's a little bit late in the evening, and we had a little discussion. This encounter that we're coming back to is probably going to take a good bit of time. Rather than interrupting the middle of combat, which we have done in the past, and we're okay doing it sometimes, we do feel that this moment, this kind of cliffhanger moment, is a pretty good time for us to go ahead and end tonight's session. We will be picking up next week. We have set a Wednesday load date, I believe, or is it Tuesday now?
Tuesday.
So we're uploading Tuesdays to our YouTube channel, Free Action. You can find us there and watch the rest of this combat encounter as our heroes attempt to save the scale bearer, Garwaith Canellis, from this mysterious beast-like humanoid assassin who could potentially be the mastermind behind all of the resistance that they've faced thus far. We'll find out a little bit more next week. But for now, we love you guys. We thank you so much for tuning in and supporting us. We hope that you're having as much fun watching us try to have fun as we are trying to have fun. You guys have a great week. We love you, and we'll see you again soon.
Bye.
Cut!
There's your cue.
Thanks.
Cut. Just
Should I include the cut, or should I do it right before?
Next week, we're
I
going to
think
meet
you
the
should write
Chicken
it
Man, the Brood Master.